happened last time? Who can remember? Let's see who can remember what happened last time. Guarantee nobody remembers anything about it.
I remember we went on the airship, landed in a town. We heard rumors. Alakul had the encounter with the guy who gets through now, whose name I can't remember. Klaus went out into the forest.
Guess what? When you find out what the halfling's name is, it'll blow your brains. Joke. Joke about the fact that his name is Lincoln. Because Abraham Lincoln got shot.
Alright.
I guess it would have worked better if I named him Kennedy.
They're blowing our mind like the proverbial John Wilkes.
No, Lincoln still works because it was a logging town.
Maybe I should have made a joke about our American cousin or something. My American cousin?
My cousin Vinny? What?
My cousin Vinny?
Anyway, so Klaus went into forest, heard voices. People. Was he actually like attacked them, or?
I was attacked by cultists.
He was
He
blinded.
ripped off a little part of like their robe or something.
Yeah, and it was the symbol of Shar.
With the symbol of Shar on it.
See, I wasn't even there. Wasn't he blinded?
Remember.
Weren't you blinded by magic, Klaus? Or were you just blinded by physical means?
I actually didn't roll any checks to determine whether or not it was a illusion or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Would have been blinded by the light, rubbed up like a gruesome everyone. Right? Manfred Mann, Earth Band.
Excellent.
Nice. Well, that's kind of the most important stuff. Party's journey began as they flew south, deciding to head to one of two nearby towns, that being the towns of Rome or the town of Primrose. They chose the town of Primrose, a small lumber town on the southwest edge of the Grunwald Forest, due to the fact that it will be likely be more out the way than Rome, which is directly upon the Emperor's March. On the way, Alakul was like up in the navigation room when he heard sounds of footsteps and shit below the deck. I went out on deck and found Abigail there, and the two of them went down, with Abigail turning into a bronze-colored Maine Coon, and began searching the hold, eventually tracking the sounds to a stowaway, a halfling named Lincoln. This halfling was mostly wanting to just escape the city of Ertzig, understandably, but now that he was already on, he was willing to sort of buy his own passage, in a sense, by working for them as a skilled practitioner in the arts of making poison, and also a pretty good information gatherer. It seems this halfling's lived around cities much of his life, and is well versed in some of the more shady dealings of them. The bigger the city, the better. So they agreed to keep him for a while at least. Set down quite roughly outside the town of Primrose, and the town quickly gathered, excited to see an airship, which few, if any, had ever seen in their lifetimes. There, they met the head of the lumber mill, a burly fellow named Jackson, who also acts as something of the town's mayor, although it's not necessarily an official title. And you headed toward the local tavern, the Saw Blade, owned by a woman named Carlotta. There, you carved your own mugs and had a drink, and procured 2 weeks of food for 70 gold pieces. You also learned that, curiously, the moon had been missing from the sky for nearly a month and a half, as well as the people had been seeing shadows moving in the trees at night. Klaus thought, hey, that's weird. So he went out into the forest at night. And can you imagine?
Alone.
Can you imagine walking out in the crazy, scary forest at night? Bad things happened when a group of hooded people attacked him. Darkness closing in all around the area, blinded him. They dragged him into the forest until he managed to slip from the grasp of the cultists, ripping off a piece of their robes. managed to find his way back to the town through the forest and met the party at the Sawblade, where he showed them the cloth, fine black silk with a purple ring on it. Aruna realized that it was the symbol of Shar, a goddess deposed to Elune, and that the group in the woods were worshippers of Shar called the Sisters Who Were. That's basically where it ended off, I think. So I think you got the high points, really. And that's
Alright.
that's
Yeah,
the
that's right, because it was a short session.
all right.
Alright, I'm back. What I missed?
The dawn has risen over the town of Primrose. People are already out and about. Despite the fact that Klaus was attacked in the night in the woods by these cultists, and the moon has been missing, and they've seen shadows in the woods, these people move about their daily business as if nothing's really changed. People can be like that. There could be things right in front of them, danger in front of them, and yet they're so adaptable and so willing to just kind of lower their heads and continue about their daily lives as long as it's not putting an immediate danger in front of them, that quite a lot can get past them. So it's understandable, perhaps, that these people are walking around, going about their business, heading to their shifts in the lumber mills, and to go chop down trees in the nearby Grunwald forest that, you know, it's understandable that they might just not notice it, or not really pay much attention to it, and just keep going, keep grinding, keep living. They're a poor people. That's all they can do. You, however, are now sort of gathered around in the saw blade. There's large sort of stacks of pancakes smothered in freshly made or in-house made maple syrup, fresh bread and butter, a nice like girding, actually surprisingly strong beer that's all been laid out in front of you as you all sort of sit around and once again go over what happened that night and what you're gonna do about it. If anything, the ship you've procured your supplies, and in fact the minor ship damage that was done to the ship when it landed has been repaired. These people seem content enough as it is, you could very well leave them.
Gay silence.
Carlotta
Well-
serves another large, sizzling helping of thick-cut bacon in front of you. Says, "Eat up, my dears."
I slurp me up some bacon.
Hell yeah.
They seem disgusted by your bug mandibles devouring your food. They've all thought it, but none of them would dare say it to your face. Alec Cool's bug face disgusts them.
Indeed.
Wow.
Alright.
Okay. Do we want to actually like go out in the woods, guys? Go out in the woods.
I mean, we could do to go, but we could also can't. It is quite strange that something is going on like this.
What the hell's even in there?
Well, cultists. I'm sure you gathered that. But bad feeling. I guess is the best way of putting it.
Indeed. Had they remained peaceful, I would not. But seeing as they have attacked one of our own,
Well,
Any religion's a cult. Ito's a cultist. He's just the only member. Him and his fucking Viridian lady or some shit.
As much as I enjoy a good dig at Ito, you probably couldn't pick a
that's the
fight with
best
him.
role playing I've heard from Joseph Smoke. Yeah,
I
that's pretty good.
love the Viridian Lady.
All right, so new plan. Ito and Joseph Smoke will go fight out in the woods
Did you
and
ever get
attract the
fucking
attention.
blue bolted in real life? Fuck.
Well, not every religion's
On it now, Viridian Lady, new canon.
If I remember correctly, the Verdant Lady was her original name.
Oh, cool.
All right, the Verdant Lady is Joseph Smoke's sworn enemy, and he has to kill everyone who worships him. Kill him!
All right, Ito, my bad, man. You're gonna get penance stare.
Didn't you already try that? Didn't we already? I'm getting deja.
No, we have not penance stared Ito.
We should.
Oh, yet.
If you want to try, I mean, you know.
It's not gonna do anything. Connor's too full of the job.
All right, so what's the
Too much
plan?
dumb, not enough
What's the
room for control.
plan?
I'm down in the
Pakistan.
woods.
Well, long story short is we've kind of already gone through the shit, and I've unfortunately followed Ito and Reed into Shitsville multiple times, and we went into the Underdark together. So I think walking around in the woods a little bit won't be the worst thing we've ever done. But I have a particularly bad feeling that this has something to do, not necessarily with me.
Well, it can't hurt. If it's something that we feel like it's too much, we can always just try and leave.
Also, if it's a problem here and it becomes a bigger problem, it could cause more issues elsewhere. Does anyone else have any input whether we should go in the woods or not?
I said I was okay with the woods.
Input and plan. So you just walking in there, or you just?
Well, simple fact is they're active at night from... They're active at night, right?
Well,
From
they appear to
everything
be
we've heard. Well, either...
Maybe you'll have to ask around town and do some investigation.
Yeah, either we take them by surprise during the daylight, or not find them at all, or risk going in on their turf at nighttime.
I mean, the chances of us finding them during the day are minimal.
Oh, that depends on how well hidden they are, if they're wanting to be hidden. If that
I
makes
mean, we
sense.
obviously don't even know who they are. I mean, what happens if they're just the townsfolk?
We can look into it.
Well,
We can just start by looking into it.
yeah, I mean, someone should go bug the barkeep, probably. See if she knows anything. Like, just general information for people to talk to.
The good-natured barkeeper is oftentimes the person within the town that knows the most. People come. She is acting as essentially a therapist and friend to everyone that wanders their way through the wooden door frame, mending more than just broken spirits, but mending things like broken marriages and broken friendships.
Oh,
That is often the sort of capacity that a bartender will act, especially in these small towns. They kind of have their fingers in everything. Giggity. As far as you can tell, the owner of the saw blade, Carlotta, is a friendly sort who's always been amenable to help you. Even willing to compliment the rather poorly carved mugs.
Oh, that's sweet. Alright, so Klaus, you have first-hand experience. I feel like good middle ground would have you talk about it and see if that helps. Because I don't know if they just want to,
You've also got a vague timeline that the moon disappeared a month and a half ago.
well, if you guys wish to investigate with people,
Real
I
quick,
could go and take a look at the plot Klaus.
what happened a month and a half ago? Do we?
Moon disappeared.
No, I know that. What else happened a month and a half ago?
Well,
Don't know.
we're gonna go
Like,
talk up.
I'm
the
trying to make sure
bartender.
we're not secretly responsible for the moon's disappearance.
Well, the moon is only disappearing here.
Well,
It's
I mean,
only
Yeah, no, I
disappeared in
asked if it
this
had to do with
town.
the Redeemer, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, don't worry, the tides are still going.
In this
it's just for
town
some
and the
reason
nearby
here.
area, because you even saw the moon when you were selling to Primrose.
did anybody happen to notice when the moon disappeared? In our
Like how far out?
Yeah.
I don't. Shit.
Like, is there a point where we could be like, here's the moon,
That-
here's the moon?
No, nobody has gone out to try to check anything.
I mean, the easiest solution to the perimeter issue would be we have more than one person that can turn into something like an animal, and at
And I
nighttime,
wonder who that might be.
yeah,
Shit.
same. But if someone were to fly out far enough, they could just get a rough
Quick,
estimation.
Get the backup druid.
Karakwa says, "It is I who can do something like that."
Shit, really? You've been holding out on us, Karakwa. We thought you just burned shit down.
Abigail and myself could head out and perhaps see perimeter.
Because I don't imagine the
Of
moon
course.
itself is actually gone.
We'd have to wait until night and then report back to you. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we could get it done on this night.
Yeah, and you're less likely to get caught if you're just a bird in the sky as opposed to running around in the woods.
Abigail has taken the form of a raven, and the form of a raisin. It has taken the form of a raven, and it would be a good way to help her.
Well, that's probably the
Continue
plan
training
tonight.
her.
Anyway, Klaus, you should go.
Didn't we try this once before, and didn't she nearly die as a result?
Well, that's why we're sending
That's
Karakwa with her.
because dudes were shooting random birds in the sky for the holesies.
Yeah.
She's
It was
also,
the
she's also
guards.
shown herself to be a much better transformer over the past after a month of practicing at it.
Yeah. Plus, Karakwa will be with her, so
She's got Karakwa at least she definitely has an affinity for the transformations, not so much for the magic side of it.
anyway, I guess what I'm thinking is if it's a localized issue, it's probably spell work as opposed to the actual moon being gone.
Wow, that is.
Abigail just walked into the Abigail walked into the room and transformed.
I'm not gonna lie, I
Excellent.
think I did a pretty good job of that, actually.
Anyway, so we have Karakwa Abigail team. Fly out at night. Sounds good. Klaus, you should go put the moves on the bartender and talk to her about your situation, about how scary it was and how awful it was, and see if she can find help or if there's someone else that would like to talk to you about it.
Well, you do have
Alright.
you do have a person that is of somewhat prominence that does like you. That being Jackson. And also Jackson himself seems to, just from what you witnessed last week, seems fond of the occasional drink. When after all, you did see him pretty happily drink with Lincoln. I've dropped a bunch of clues on ways to investigate. I'm just waiting to see if anybody's picking them up.
I'm trying to push Klaus towards the barkeep as fast as I
I
can.
mean, I'm just saying, I would like to investigate the area where Klaus was attacked. I believe I said that earlier.
Well,
Not to be completely oblivious, but are we all together presently? For some reason, I thought Ito was apart from the event.
Why would Ito be a part?
Birds that are.
I don't remember. I recalled I showed up and then we kind of switched to other people and then we ended. So, because our last session was weird.
Do you have a reason to not be at the bar?
You can
okay.
be there.
I was off with Klaus, is all.
At the bar.
That's right. I was harassing him.
All right. So, Ito,
Just casually, yeah, I was harassing him. That's what I was doing.
No, I was. I was straight up harassing Klaus. For some reason, I thought that other people had.
Yeah, it's because he saw me drop money in the bar. He's like, "Hey, free drinks."
All right, I'm gonna try to keep the rowdy children together. Me and Reed are gonna go walk out in the woods for a little bit. Klaus, I would say you should probably talk to the barkeep. If people want to go talk to Link or the mayor, Jackson, while we're roaming about investigating, that would be cool. Yeah, so I don't know where Ito, Joseph Smoke, or Alec will want to go, but
All right.
have at it.
Give me a list.
I don't really want to talk to anybody.
Okay.
I don't
You
do
come
so
out in the
well
woods
that.
with us.
Yeah.
Give
feel
me
like
a
more people out
list
in the
of
woods.
It's a shame that none of us
who's
are
gonna
really good
who's gonna go do what.
Reed, Alakul, and Aruna will go find where Klaus was attacked out in the woods in the daylight, so we don't get fucked. And then I mean, Klaus can do whatever he wants, but he's the
I'll
one
put
with.
the barkeep.
You want to say you've got the first-hand encounter, so maybe you can find someone else that's had an encounter or talk about it. And then really, Ito and Joseph Smoke can. I don't know who you want to go with.
Touch
anybody.
wieners in the woods.
Gay silence.
What if
There, I understand that there's a not an official mayor, I don't believe, but there's somebody.
there's not an official mayor. There is a person that seems to act in that capacity, a leader of the town.
Like a headman. Okay.
Jack.
Yes,
Oh.
he is the head of the lumber mill, which is obviously this is a lumber town, being so close to the forest, and that is the most prominent industry. As the head of the lumber mill, he kind of acts as that way, that capacity.
They're a militia.
You not one that you've really seen. You could go talk to him about that.
I will go to the headman.
All right. He's named Jackson. He is a large, burly, bald man with a big bushy beard.
A great big bushy beard.
He is everything you would expect a lumberjack to look like.
Lourish question for you, Colin.
Uh,
Are the Hussars like the entire like Empire area, or are they mainly like up
no,
north?
they are. The Hussars are located exclusively on the northern coast.
Okay, I was just curious if
Well,
our
number
like
of
fancy
regiments.
writ would be like good to show people, except they probably don't really care
We
down
have a
here.
number of regiments, each of which have different numbers. My wife was a member of one such regiment.
That's fair. I was just wondering if your note that we had still would carry any weight down here with asking
Yes,
questions.
the
I don't think so.
the winged Hussars are an elite cavalry force who's tasked with defending the northern coast, essentially.
Okay.
It's also
My-
important. It's also important to remember, even though Adelindra was called the captain, her rank is not captain.
We've long rested and such, right? I guess it's been a couple days, yeah.
Since like
I think the only one who's been messed up at all is
it's
Klaus.
Klaus, yeah.
Yeah, we would have had
Yeah.
time during the airship.
Yeah, no. In my experience, Aruna, when you don't see military don't mean much.
Okay, that's fair. Just I guess
Is the
lose
date
them up with a
accurate?
drink.
Is the date accurate? I thought it was April before we left.
I mean, you haven't been traveling for super long at this point. You've been traveling for a few days.
No, that's what I was asking. I thought it was April when we left. I thought even by airship it would have taken us like a couple weeks to get here.
Oh God, no! You've barely traveled anywhere.
Oh no, we're nowhere near where we're going to be heading to Prost. We're still like
You're like you traveled from here to like here,
I don't have the map up.
somewhere around there.
Okay, my bad. I thought we were much closer.
And each square is 2 weeks on foot of standard travel.
Okay. For some reason, I thought the small town we were in was beside Prost.
Oh God, no! No, you're still a long way away from Prost. That is, even on the airship, many weeks.
Well, anyway, we'll try not to get captured. See everybody later. Have fun.
Because it would be what, about 12 weeks just to get to Prost on foot. So yeah. All right, what is Joseph Smoke doing?
Shit. Smoke. What is Smoke doing? Smoke is still in
What
the
in the
person.
fuck
I
is
ordered
that
from
sound?
the Oh, I found I have a soundboard, new ones that they gave me for free. This one's Santa soundboard. It's
Yeah.
playing Angel Sing right now.
Why are you playing that?
Why though? The question is why though?
Why would you?
No.
Why wouldn't you get like a sweet guitar riff whenever Joseph Smoke talks?
No, I don't. I guess I
Or-
could. I don't know.
Or just not do the soundboard.
I was playing with it and it was just playing, and then he asked me a question. I'm sorry.
Max, they're called.
It was perfect though.
But yeah, okay. What is Smoke doing? Smoke is the one that
I
person
can't.
we're dying.
I have so much trouble picturing Joseph Smoke without a flaming skull head.
He doesn't have one though.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a thing in the future. I don't know. I don't think that's something he'd want.
Wait till you find out about the society that wears bone and wood armor, and the bones are made from previous ancestors stitched together, and they can only be laid to rest on the next generation. So the
That's
son wears
a
the
lot
father.
of souls.
The
to
son
burn
wears
all
the
at
father's
once.
bones and buries the grandfather's bones because they retire that armor to wear new ones.
That's actually
That's pretty
damn.
fucking dope.
That's pretty fucking.
It's
cool,
It's pretty
actually.
good for coming up on the
that's-
fly.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. What am I doing? I don't know. Smoke is like he's waiting for them to come back and just tell him what to do.
So you're doing nothing.
Pretty much. Just kind of. I'm talking to like the barkeep, but I'm
What does
I'm
Joseph Smoke?
having
What is
some
Joseph
food.
Smoke like?
What does Joseph Smoke like?
What are his interests?
I don't know. Not a whole ton. Oh, he does playing cards. He has playing card tool proficiency, so that's what he does.
Are you basing that on what you think your character would like, or is because of some proficiency that your character
It's
has?
a proficiency. I didn't put a lot of thought into Smoke. He's just Smoke. Connor, what was that?
You Joseph Smoke, you're sitting there watching them play,
Sorry,
and you
I'm
hear
just-
a pretty heavy.
I'm just mildly allergic to bullshit.
I didn't put a lot of thought into Smoke. What the fuck are you talking about?
Connor, how are you not in anaphylactic shock 24/7?
Right?
Who's to say I'm not?
Oh, that
Because
would
you're not fucking
that would
dead.
explain your face. Point is, Joseph Smoke, you are sitting there, sort of off to the outskirts, looking at them, sort of making their plans. You're a little bit away from them, not particularly invested in a cult of Shar. They mean little to you, and the people of the town are not your family. Your family's all dead. But you do.
No, they are taking the moon though, or hiding the moon or something.
Pretty fucked
So
up.
no, Smoke would want to stop that. He does. He does have the Ghost Rider like desire, I guess. Not like it's not like a magical compulsion. It is a desire to go stop that.
There is a faint sort of scraping sound as a chair is pulled away, and a halfling wearing sort of dark, sort of blue and black clothing sits down next to you and sort of says, "How's it going? How's the
It's
food
certainly
here?"
going, friend. The food's fine.
That's what I hear. As he sits back, and he does much as you do. He kind of sits back, watches, he says, you like to sit back and watch too, huh? Be surprised what you can learn just hanging in the corner of a room. This is the halfling Lincoln. He stowed
Oh.
away on your ship. He's also
Is that why you were hiding?
well, given the choice between hiding in some boxes in a cargo hold or dying in a volcanic city, I'll take the boxes any day.
Yeah, but the city sounds way cooler.
Dying's always, you'd be surprised how often people can make dying seem romantic. Some sort of blaze of glory, final defense. But at the end of the day, I'm willing to bet dying always sucks.
Yeah, I imagine it doesn't ever feel good. Which is probably why they try to make it seem fun.
True. I myself have, let's just say I've been to a lot of cities. Isenberg, Prost, Ertzig. I even traveled down through Bayaz Kunahar to Parzula. I can tell you, they always say the same thing to their people. They try to get them to join up to the militaries. Yeah, great sacrifices they can make. But them sacrifices, at the end, it's always bullshit. He looks around and he sort of watches the group. Lincoln's as far as you can tell, pretty reasonably smart guy. He says, play cards, son.
Occasionally.
He kind of just pulls out a deck. Starts laying them out on the table. Tell you what. Even 5 gold pieces if you can beat me in it.
I don't want to. No, I don't want to bet. Isn't it like the morning? Isn't it? Is it like mid-morning?
Yes.
Smoke is eating. I'm not doing this.
Kind of looks at you. He sort of slips the cards away and nods his head. You'd be surprised what I just learned about you.
That I don't like to gamble.
He sort of slides him away. And he continues to watch the group.
Oh, this is the character that's gonna make people learn about themselves. I hate it.
It's time for Joseph Smoke to grow as a human being.
Joseph Smoke isn't human.
To do anything at all.
Joseph Smoke is part human.
I guess.
In fact, he's probably technically more human than ASMR, but ASMR bloodlines are weird like that. Now, let's start with Reed, Alec, Cool, and Aruna and Ito all head out of the inn or tavern to go across their various tasks. Whilst, however, you remain watching Carlotta move about the tavern doing her various daily tasks. She herself is, despite being a little bit older, still fairly pretty. At one time in her life, she was likely a barmaid, and has learned the trade over a lifetime, having finally inherited her own sort of tavern in a way. Familiar movements of her going from table to table, wiping up, every now and then stopping to greet a couple of patrons that are sit at the bar, early morning, men sort of taking a early midday meal and things like that. There's a certain grace to the way she moves, an efficiency that can only be taught through experience, time, wisdom, practice. Eventually she comes up to you, sort of smiles and says, don't you have someone somewhere else to go? You don't want to hang out in this tavern all day, do you?
I think right now I just need to decompress. Can I get the vodka, please? I had too much to drink last night.
What did you say? Can you have a bottle?
A water. Sorry. I was trying to say with a V.
She, says, of course, honey. And she sort of disappears back behind the bar into the kitchen area and returns with a small ceramic sort of cup filled with fresh water. Just lays it down in front of you and says, you drink up, you don't want to get a hangover. Hell of a problem. I can make you something for that if you...
Oh no, that's alright. Just some food and water would be great.
Um,
What do you know about what's going on in the woods?
what are you...
The shadows.
Oh.
The shadows at night, aren't they?
Oh, you... Well, I have heard a thing or two from the lumberjacks, the people that work the edge of the forest, going out and chopping down trees to be hauled back to the mill. What I've heard so far is, well, the thing that first surprised me is that the tavern got really full at night, and I'm used to it being pretty busy, but for the most part, it doesn't get completely filled up. Most people, we do have a night shift, essentially, a group that works hauling trees to the mill overnight, but then they stopped maybe a month or so ago. A couple of them even seemed afraid to go back into the forest. Some even quit their jobs. Not like you can really quit a job around here, but give them a couple of weeks and they'll come around usually. But
Has anybody disappeared?
well, disappearances, we don't work in a very safe, they don't work in a safe line of work, so things do happen every now and then. The Grunwald forest is filled with, you know, predators. There's wolves and things like that that come down from the nearby mountains, and bears as well. I even remember whenever I was a little girl, one fellow got gored by a great stag. So, disappearances happen.
But has it gotten worse lately?
There was a... No, it's just, it's normal. It's weird stuff happens in the woods. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, too weird if you ask me.
Well, that being said, the men did say that they, didn't feel comfortable out there. They said they felt like they were being watched and not by animals. They said it was different. I don't work out there. I can't explain it.
Alright, well thank you.
Another cup
I'm
of water,
gonna
my
go
dear.
ask. Yes, please. And I'm gonna like just finish my breakfast and go look for the
What's your passive insight?
passive insight is 14.
She pours you a another large ceramic cup of fresh water and says, and even leaves the pitcher for you and says, "You drink up, darling."
Thank you.
And don't go out in those woods again.
I'll try to avoid them.
She sort of purses her lips a little bit and nods her head. That's good. She turns and leaves. Actually, it seems like as you watch her for a couple moments more, she's like, it's almost as if a great barrier has been put between you and her table as she almost like avoids you. Ito,
He's gone.
Reed, Alec, Cool, and Aruna.
Yep.
You stand at the edge of the forest. You can see, it's a bit of ways from the town itself. It looks like much of the area right by the town has been clear cut. You can even make out the occasional very large stump from the large sort of firs and pines, very spruce trees, evergreen trees that live in this sort of inhabit this area. And off in the distance you can see the forest itself. All of these trees are slightly bigger than you would expect, as if there is some sort of nature that feeds this area. You have heard that the Grunwald, it does bear a sort of very vague, almost overlap with the Feywild, so it's sometimes possible to see these very large, very weird-looking trees. You pass by them and stand at the edge of the forest line, looking in. You're not exactly sure where Klaus entered, but you can try to make a survival check to see if you can come up with any tracks of people leading into the forest.
Okay. I think I'm pretty good at that, honestly.
Time for me to take off my shoes so I can show my feet to the camera.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty good at it.
There you go. I'll show you my feet.
Oh, okay, fine. Both of you show me.
Alright, here. You want feet?
There you go. We did it.
There you go.
You have to hold it up.
Enjoy my
I'm back from
Enjoy my
pooping.
Nightmare Before Christmas socks.
Okay.
So is your foot show and tell?
Yeah. Quick question for you, Reed.
D&D, the foot fetish
Yes.
session.
What's the
Yes.
What's the quick question?
Quick question, Reed, before we travel into the forest. You don't have any weird qualms about smacking women in the face, right?
Just to prove it to me right now, I need you to smack the shit out of me.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we smacked women at some point.
Well, I'm just asking you. I haven't really seen you particularly do it. I'm just saying we're literally potentially walking into a cultist den that is primarily consistent of women.
Prove it. Go
I don't
slap
want you
Nipsey
to-
Bright Buckle as hard as possible.
Yeah, I don't want you to, hesitate because, yeah, I don't. Not that you would.
I may have some.
I think I've triggered a deep repressed memory within Reed.
I'm just trying to think of the fucking word. Ah, shit.
What, woman beating? What word are you trying to think of?
No. Trying not to use the word hesitation.
Qualms?
The one that began with a.
Hold up. Like, what's the hold up?
Look, even if they are women, these are still people who wish to do us harm.
Oh, reservations. That's the
Reservation. There. Thank you.
Oh, we did it. Okay.
Ah,
Onto the
I knew it was there.
the more troubling question is the reason this freaks me out so much is this is a little too reminiscent of home and keeping people controlled and scared and stuck inside their own village. So, not saying what happened to Klaus didn't happen to Klaus, but it's possible that on top of raw strength, it's magic and illusions and God knows what else.
If it's illusions, then that's more of a reason to go in here.
Yeah, well, I'm
If they
just
want to
saying you need
protect it
to,
like that, then there must be something here worth protecting.
yeah, I'm just saying we need to watch out for more than just like physical attacks because they might be, I guess, more crafty than what we're usually used to. Anyway, Bugman goes first.
Why you gotta send the Bug Man first, huh? What's that say about you?
I'm a frail, delicate angel. Not really Alakul. I'll go first if you want me to. I don't care.
I just while you are asking Reed about his qualms about beating women, I just go into the woods.
Okay, that's fair.
The smartest person here. Okay. You begin making your way through like the sort of tree tops. At first, it's this very sort of beautiful kind of dappled light that streams down. You can see wonderful kind of rays that pierce through the canopy. Um, I guess you could call them god rays in a way. I suppose that's what they would call them in video games. And you realize all of a sudden, there is a rune stone in front of you. It tells you where to find Eikthyr.
Shit.
Oh no, we've stumbled into Valheim again.
It all makes sense.
But then the dappling becomes less, less. The forest seems to grow darker, more dense, as the as the trunks grow wider and more closely spaced together. You can see they rise, must be at least 100 feet in the air, some of them. It's almost, it is almost a little bit intimidating.
Yeah.
So, in comparison to, oh sorry,
Oh,
in comparison to the cold wood, how like massive is this forest?
much bigger.
Okay.
The trees are quite similar, at least up here in this northern part. Grunwald to the south transfers to sort of oaks and that sort of thing. Much more like deciduous like the sort of things you would expect, but up here it's evergreens, it's pines, it's firs, it's spruces, all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So it was just last night that right?
For Klaus, yeah, it was
just
the night before.
You kind of have to. Yeah.
I just want to say I want to pay particular attention to like low-hanging branches or bushes.
As to take my dog out, I'll be right back.
See if I can see anything, that might have gotten caught on any of them.
I can't believe
What
Connor
with
died.
the broken, just for
Like the ripped cloth.
packing purpose. Yeah.
Okay. Also for vantage points for scary women to jump at us.
So you promise these women are gonna beat me when they catch us, right?
I mean, they might.
Uh-oh.
I mean, he's ordered around by the Hive matriarch all the time. No wonder he had.
Alak's gonna get a weird sort of bug erection.
Okay. Well, I guess if Reed's doing that, I will burn the old first level detect magic.
All right.
Because it's getting spooky.
It's now quite dark. As you continue trying to find, you think you've got a pretty good idea of Klaus's path. You did come across a single set of footsteps that led into the forest. Klaus is not here with you to sort of give you a real guiding view of like where he went in, even. Even so, you do come across it's a little bit out of the way that you find a single set of footsteps coming in. It's definitely not near the mill, or where it looks like a lot of the current lumberjacks are going in and sort of doing their sort of chopping and things like that. After maybe half an hour of travel, could be a little bit more. Could be a little bit less.
Alright, so these are just going into the forest.
Yes. Disappearing into the forest.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just finding the start of these tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
You're finding the start of some tracks. You didn't ask Klaus
Yeah.
where he went in. You do come across the tracks of a single person that has gone into the woods. And you've been following them deeper into the woods for about a half an hour as the trout... Gracie, shut up! Hold on, let me go yell at this dog. Gracie! Alright, now roll a perception check for me, forest people.
for forest people.
Read Alec.
That's a 6 either way.
Aruna.
Natural 20, a 25 total.
I got a 20.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
I mean, that means I rolled an 8, so...
I look around and Reed is a forest person. No, not Reed.
You follow the woods deep, the tracks deeper into the woods until it comes to a sudden end. It just stops. So you sort of spread out to look around. Reed, you being so close to the ground, you kind of lower your head and you begin searching in the nearby bushes. Much taller people, Aruna, Alec, you scan the area and slowly lift your heads until you see, spiked about 30 feet up into the tree, what appears to be the corpse of a man. It looks like he has been roughly eviscerated, and you can see there is blood that is slowly sort of run down the tree.
I'm assuming it's like pretty long dry.
It looks like you can roll a medicine check with disadvantage because he's 30 feet up in the air.
Can I jump up to the tree?
That's a lot of effort.
I think sure. I'll let you make an athletics check to grab onto a tree limb. And...
Can I do acrobatics?
Sure.
And then you said a medicine check.
Yes, you do manage to leap on to one of the low-hanging branches, even and sort of climb your way up it.
God, can you believe these guys are wasting all their high rolls?
Wait.
Yeah, dude.
They're all gonna die in combat.
It looks up close. It's even more grisly than from the ground. You can see that he has been staked to the tree with this looks like wood that it was made from probably nearby trees made of pine and that sort of thing. Several of them that pierce through his basically very large stakes that have been driven with some surprising amount of force into the tree, or perhaps even merged with it. Perhaps the tree itself seemed to grow out and pierce through him. It's hard to say. What you do know is that the stakes are made of wood, and they're right, like, just below, like, his clavicle. It looks like he's been dead for probably weeks. The stench is quite powerful up close. And you can also see it does look like there's like an inscription behind him. But he has been but it's been obscured by blood that is running down the tree, or dried blood that has run down the tree.
I filled people in on the inscription. Like, there's some sort of inscription. I don't know what the fuck that is though.
Alec was like, dead body.
Okay.
It is crazy bug voice.
if someone could give me an idea of what the inscription is, I kind of want to get this guy get down, but I don't want to do it if it's some sort of trap.
It is a whatever it is. It is whatever the carving is. You've just made out like a portion of it. It's obscured by the body.
All right. So, train of thought, Elikul, while you're up there debating touching the body. I feel like there's no way a bunch of woodsmen who know someone's gone missing don't know this is here.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's either intentionally been left here, or they've been told not to touch it, or something to that effect. So my guess is we're probably gonna get someone's attention if we fuck with it.
That is true.
But
I kind of make a mental note that it's here then, and I'm gonna come back once this is all done with.
Unless,
I mean, the other theory could be bait.
I don't think it's bait. I think this is either as a sign of a show of deterrence, or it's something magical, or
Well,
both.
Aruna warned us against illusion.
I will say the tracks that you saw leading into the woods were too recent to have been this guy.
Yeah.
well,
Someone could have led us here. Perhaps the workers are unaware.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's why we came out here and we sent other people to do talking.
I try and.
All I'm saying is,
Hey,
Aruna
Colin,
warned us.
is he in like mostly one piece?
Yes, he's been pretty bad. I mean, he was eviscerated and his stomach was cut and some of his entrails spilled out. And but
What I'm saying is, like,
but,
if I were to lasso him,
structurally, yes.
yeah. So if I was to lasso him with like a rope and try and pull him down, he would mostly come down in like one piece.
One
Probably,
piece.
yeah.
Okay.
Want to be king of the pirates?
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm gonna wrap some rope around him and just jump down from the tree.
All right.
Okay.
Pull him down.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check to yank him down.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately, you yank him. He is firmly held by the spikes. As Aruna and Reed have to come and help you, but the three of you manage to slowly and gruesomely yank him down as he tumbles to the ground 30 feet with a disgusting.
Isn't this magical? The rope could broke.
Well.
You look up, and you can see that it's not runes like you might have expected and carved in the tree. It's just a big circle carved, and it's smeared over pretty much completely with blood.
I'm assuming this is the same symbol there, Aruna.
Yeah, I'm gonna wager that's a warning. And I'll poke his corpse with like my boot.
You can make an Arcana check or a religion check.
Reed's gonna push his hand or push Aruna's hand away when she goes to poke the body. You're not gonna treat the dead.
It's not desecration. We're trying to inspect, and then we're going to bury him. Or Reed. We're not fiends. It's an act of kindness for me to have gotten him pulled down from the tree.
He says, reassuring
And
himself.
I thank you for that.
You look at it and suspect it's part of a magical spell.
Great.
Used probably having to do with the magics that have blocked out the moon. Looking up at the circle, and your training with your family. Likely, it is a depiction of the moon that has been smeared over and turned black with the blood of this person that has been hung in the trees.
Okay. I think.
Regardless of what it means, it's bad.
Do you
Yeah. gonna have to give Ito some credit. I think that we have a perimeter issue, to say the least. I bet you if we walk around enough, we'd find more of these guys pinned to the trees.
Wonderful.
And I'm also wondering if it's something that's semi-permanent and they need to do this multiple times.
Ito chimes in over the ear. What's that? You meant to say you could update me on the situation from a distance because of this thing that we all have?
I actually forget about those all the time. And are we might not even. I mean, we've been walking for 30 minutes. We're probably not even in a mile.
You're not wildly way far away, but 30 minutes is a fair distance.
I also don't have an earpiece. Feels
I
good.
thought we fixed that.
I do, knowing that what you call it, Karakwa and Abigail are going out. Over the earpiece, I let everybody know there are corpses staked on trees in the air. Aruna thinks possibly something to do with.
Am I still in the bar with
Fading
Carl,
out.
or have I left yet?
You've left. Or you walked out the door.
Um,
We were actually
yeah,
going to go to you first, but you were not standing there. So
Yeah,
you
sorry.
were-
Actually, while they're doing that, Klaus is gonna be like outside, just scoping out the bar, seeing who comes and goes.
Okay. I would also put in your message Elicool that I don't think there's any way these people don't know that something's happening.
It's almost impossible for anyone in the town to be unaware. We're not very far in the woods. I would pull them down, but if possible, to be incredibly careful. Yeah, it's also cover your face. It's unpleasant.
Well, Reed will prepare for the burial and the last.
Alright, that's fair. Go ahead and, Lou, give me a religion check. It's a very basic one.
That's a 3. It's alright, I'm getting the low rolls out of the way.
You're not 100% sure of the rituals of these people. What exactly they do to depose or dispose of their dead, whether that be burying, perhaps cremation, be some sort of crazy sky burial. You're not sure. Every region is a little bit different, even if it's just as simple as burying. They have different prayers, different rituals that go with it, different sayings, different songs, different hymns. Everywhere's a little bit different. So you don't really know what the customs of this region are.
In that case, I am just going to say a generic prayer to Kellenvor in hopes that this man will find peace and salvation table.
You find, that's fine. You find that a lot of the times these customs, well, they do. You haven't nailed every tradition and things like that. You're able. You suspect that at the end of the day, I mean, he probably won't mind, as far as you can tell.
Better than what he had before.
I was gonna say, please, you better not be picky when you were fucking staked to a tree.
It's definitely better than being staked up in the tree to use in a magic ritual. Your blood obscuring a symbol of the moon. I mean, it's definitely better. As you as you prepare his body, you what did you say? You did the basic preparation, so that's digging a hole and things like that.
Yeah.
You don't get it particularly deep. You suspect at some point in this relatively shallow grave, animals will come and feast upon him. Well, animals, whatever hasn't feasted upon him, but that's fine. That's nature. That's natural. As you say a couple of quick prayers to Kellenvor and sort of cover him over with dirt, to give him the proper rest that he deserves. Meanwhile, what were Alec Cool and Aruna doing?
I was helping Reed get him buried, so it didn't take so long.
That's fair. 4 arms makes for twice as fast shoveling.
True. I'll detect magic near that area to see if I can find anything.
What is the
And
range
then-
on detect magic?
It's a 30-foot sphere from myself.
You detect magic from the symbol, but other than that,
That's it. Yeah, what school is it?
abjuration.
Okay, that makes sense. And then I guess I'm gonna take a look around, see if anyone was following us, and then what I'd like to do on the way back is try to cover our tracks
Right.
as best we can.
A perception check for me.
Oh boy.
Just you, Aruna.
Yeah, you said I used all my good rolls.
Yeah, I know. I told you.
Happens.
This is an interesting perception check, actually.
Oh, that's not good.
Hold on a second.
Oh boy.
Standing far, they don't seem Reed and Alec Cool completely sort of involved with this task that at hand, this sort of burying the body. Seeing that this man receives a proper rest, do not see that's there farther in the woods a figure, a dark cloaked figure. You can make out the rings of purple along their robes, and you're not sure if it's actually a person or perhaps an illusion or perhaps a vision. It seems as if they're made of smoke, but you can see it almost reaches out at you. Its hands, its fingers outstretched as his arm raises up, and the wind, you can see the wind in the trees picks up and it sort of seems to disappear, blown away as if it was made of smoke, and for a moment you're not even sure if it was really there, but you swear that you saw it.
Okay.
I may not have needed to pull you away for that, but that's not something they would have seen. It's only something you seem to have been able to see.
Okay. It's not reminiscent of anything except just knowing what the purple rings are, right?
Just from that perception roll, no.
Okay.
Okay. Go back.
Okay.
Alright. The body has been sufficiently dealt with. The creepy forest seems... you haven't sensed any magic beyond what was initially there, and while you haven't necessarily gone out and branched out to see if you can perhaps find whoever was the reason for these footprints leading into the forest, where it looks like they've disappeared, you get the feeling that the forest you may have overstayed your welcome a little bit, the forest, judging by the sort of eerie feeling that's in the air. You sort of take a step back, say one final prayer over the body of the poor lumberjack, turn and head away from the scene. Whether you head back or deeper into the forest is up to you, but what isn't up to you is, what is Ito doing? He's left the saw blade. The town of, the sort of lovely town of Primrose is before you. It's a stark contrast to the dark forest. It's filled with people that are fairly good-natured and happy to go about their business, doing a menial task of lumberjacking.
Yeah, no, this is a Stephen King small town. I'm looking for the village headman Jackson. You said his name was, I think.
Jackson.
I thought that was his name.
It is.
Okay.
Jackson is, as you would expect, the head of the mill during the daytime. Easily enough to find. He's at the great sawmill, and you can see it's a rather impressive design. It's worked by, there's a large sort of reciprocating blade that is worked by people that stand in large wheels and walk in place. As you can see, they switch out shifts every 15 minutes or so. And the rest sort of feed these large pieces of lumber to be broken down and chopped down through this this very large sort of reciprocating saw that is used. Basically, it's manned by people in hamster wheels. The mechanism allowing it to go up and down. You find Jackson standing with a group of his other workers inspecting a very large pile of lumber that has been roughly lashed together as he sort of shakes his head. He's like, "Oof." Farther and farther we get into the forest, the bigger and bigger it grows up. I don't remember Jackson's voice, so we're making up a new one. As he inspects it and sort of he pulls out a sheet of paper and tallies some stuff down, inspecting the woods, before he turns and he notices you. Now, I would recognize one of my lumberjacks with such a fine mustache. You must not be from around here.
No, not exactly. Just passing through.
You have a sort of noble air about you, or looking to procure some lumber. You do very bulk shipments, although overseeing transport to wherever you're from is usually done by the lord of the estate and that sort of thing.
Oh, it's not a. That's not necessary. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
It's your loss, best lumber in the entire empire.
I said I'd keep it in mind. I have some questions. People indicated that you were not exactly the mayor, but as close to it as this place has. Is that accurate?
Well, a lot of times a town like this, we don't put much into local elections or things like that. It's usually whoever's oldest, most important. And I guess after I took over the mill from my dad, I suppose, fell to me. I do what I can for the people of this town. They're not just citizens of Primrose, they're family, they're friends. I know every one of them by name. Mostly.
Just to make sure, was I told about the body hanging
No.
from the tree? No.
I have no clue about that.
I thought I told him on the earpiece.
Well, Colin said we're too far away.
You've probably walked in more than a mile.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure how to broach this subject, but I'm sure it won't surprise you. What's the deal with the moon?
Huh. He kind of shrugs. Couldn't even tell you. It's weird though, right?
Bit. I understand that it's kind of a known commodity at this point.
Oh yeah, it caused a lot of panic at first, but after a week or so, with nothing really happening except the moon being gone, you'd be surprised what people can get used to.
What about shadowy figures out in the woods?
Yeah, that's true. We've seen them, but the woods are dangerous at night, and so for the most part, as far as I can tell, the shadowy people haven't really caused any problems. Could just be a strange bear standing up or something like that. Who knows?
I don't believe so.
You can tell you can see whenever he says that his eye sort of twitches a little bit, and there's a faint crack in his voice.
One second. Sorry, I had to show my prepared. Is there a militia here in Primrose? Or a hunter's guild?
I don't know. So, town guard, they're mostly just people that stay up at night and drink together.
That's better than nothing. Hunter's guild?
No, not a guild. We do have hunters that go out and things
Are
like
they-
that. Nothing as formal as a guild. There's no name signed to a charter or anything like that.
Sure, but do they communicate to one another?
Oh yeah, usually they'll tell each other perhaps game trails they came across that they weren't able to find the actual game and that sort of thing.
Any communication about this bear?
Well, I usually keep in touch with them and haven't seen anything as far as I can tell. Oh boy, he's not doing great on this assumption. You can tell he's lying with that one as well.
Are we alone?
Yes, well, for the most part. I mean, you're in the middle of a workplace. There were a couple of people that were gathered around, helping him and sort of inspecting the wood with him, but whereas they have moved on, he remains there with you.
And just to confirm, because you said he's failing his checks, like, it is known to Ito
It
that this
does
guy-
not seem like he's being. Every now and then you'll hear his voice sort of raise a little bit, and you'll just see his eye seems to twitch the faintest amount. You get the feeling that he's not being 100% truthful with you.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Sure.
Yeah, it's the whole shebang, so they know I'm casting magic. Do I sense anything within 30 feet?
No,
None.
no magic here.
Sorry, that was just a minor precaution. I can't help but notice that you seem to be under duress, and I happen to have a few friends with me that might be able to help you out.
Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh.
13 is not.
13?
It is a 13. There are no critical failures in skill checks.
You know, I'm just saying, I have a plus 12 in 2 skills, and I don't think I've gotten any good rolls with them.
Look, son. I like you.
How old is this guy?
He's in his 50s.
Oh, okay, alright.
I like you and I like your friends, and I like your airship. It's an enjoyable tour, and you didn't have to do that for us. You gave the people of this town something interesting to talk about. You haven't had anything interesting to talk about. Well, decade probably. Go home. You don't want anything to do with this place or its troubles.
Oh, so there are troubles. Then I'll cast friends on him because, like, actually, my buddy, I would like you to know that I very much am interested in your town and its troubles.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll reach into my pocket and pull out like the rouge or whatever that Daggeron uses, and I'll just kind of put that on my cheek for the spell component.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another persuasion, this time with advantage.
That is a 20.
Of course. Every town's got problems. Of course, we didn't have nearly the amount of problems that we did have until I run a lumber mill that sends premium wood to all across this empire. And the demand is high. So high that I've always worked in 2 shifts. We got a day shift, we got a night shift. My night shift can't do shit now. Can't do anything. Won't dare set foot in the woods because of the witches.
Okay, I had a feeling that word was coming up. When did the witches show up? About the same time the moon went away?
No. Not at all. There's been a witch living in these woods for almost 2 decades.
But she wasn't a problem until recently.
No, she always minds her business, even helpful at times. That's why we're happy to let her stay. Every now and then she'd have a folk remedy helping a child, a mother in perhaps a mother in breech birth, but there weren't just one witch anymore.
What, she went recruiting? What did you guys do to her?
We didn't do a damn thing. I don't know if she went recruiting, but all I know is we had a whole bunch of people in this forest.
Given that this isn't the first time Ito's cast friends, I'm imagining he has like his pocket watch out and he kind of knows how long the spell lasts. So he's like, alright, let's cut to the chase. Where's the witch live?
Where she lived in the woods.
No, I specifically.
Maybe
These kind of spells, these rituals, they require time and energy and space and materials. She's got a place that she sets up, probably somewhere you guys don't go. Let me know where it is, and I'll see if I can take care of it for you.
maybe 6 miles in the woods. We never sought her out. She always seemed to find us when there were problems. Like she knew.
Sure, but you mentioned your night shift doesn't get anything done. I'm willing to bet there's a particular place that even the day shift doesn't go to. Where's that place?
It's about 6 miles in.
North, east, west?
It's basically east, maybe east-southeast.
Cool. And is my time up?
Yes. But he doesn't seem particularly hostile to you. He almost seems relieved.
Okay. I will, if he's not hostile, then I'm not going to bounce like I said I was.
Yeah, it almost seems like he, even though he sort of furrows his brow, and I don't know why I said that exactly. I feel good that at least somebody knows.
Yeah, well, I'll see what I can do. Might not be anything.
Look, don't go getting yourself killed on our account. We're just a little town of nobodies. You know?
Trust me, I have
and I wouldn't want somebody else's blood on my hands.
Trust me, I have much, much better reasons to get myself killed. And I will leave.
Right.
Klaus didn't go to the forest, right?
No, he remained in town talking to Carlotta.
Then I will hail him over the earring and I'll say, hey, I have a lead, let's go.
Alright, I'm going.
And I will meet with him back at the bar. I don't know where he's at. I will go to him.
Right.
Yeah, I was looking at the bar, seeing if anybody's gonna, seeing who's coming and going.
Mostly men going about their business. Every now and then the occasional women doing shopping. You can see they carry large wicker baskets filled with all sorts of produce, fresh carrots, turnips, honey, all the things you would grow in Valheim. Damn you, Valheim! Mostly the lumberjacky sort, very sort of stocky, strong-looking men. Most of them carry a large axe or saw over their shoulder as they head to and from the mill. It seems just judging from what you look at, it seems like they work in, 4-hour shifts? Where the shifts turn over every 4 hours, a new shift moves over, and there's sort of overlapping shifts. But after a little while, maybe a little while of watching, because it would have taken Ito a while to go and get to the lumber mill and talk, hear Ito sort of tell you, hey, coming back, meet me at the saw blade. And the two of you meet up. Um, what is Ito's passive insight?
Passive insight is
It's just 10 plus your insight.
13.
What is Klaus's?
Passive insight.
Yes.
Oh, passive insight is 10.
Klaus sort of sits down with you, and you can see there's you sit at the same table. There's even the same pitcher of water still remaining there. And while Klaus seems to pour himself another cup of water, you notice that the Carlotta, the tavern keeper, the owner, is actually giving a pretty wide berth to Klaus.
Yeah, she's been doing that all morning.
Did he die?
Did who die?
Ito.
Ito's,
You noticed
Ito's
that?
contemplating life.
I'm sorry.
You noticed that the bartender
Okay.
Carlotta is giving a wide berth to Klaus.
That was my bad. I misunderstood your earlier statement. I thought you were saying that it was taking me a while to get up to class.
It did take you a little while, but you're not way away.
Okay,
You do
I'm
arrive,
sorry.
Yes.
You brought the innkeeper to my attention?
Yes, she's giving a wide berth to Klaus.
Yes, and she's been doing that all morning. So what have you found?
Is the earring telepathic or do I have to speak?
The earring technically works by speaking. It does transmit it, but it only has to be a whisper, technically.
Got it. Okay, I would reach into my my chest pocket. I have a sheaf of paper there, and I will scroll down, like kind of secret agent style. Witch's Hut, 6.5 miles southeast. I will put my palm over it, and I will hold it up so that Klaus can read. And I would like to keep eye contact on the innkeeper the whole time.
Interesting. So you think this is our source?
It's the lead that I got. I spoke to the whatever the hell passes as a village headman, and he mentioned a rise in activity recently, and
From the witch?
Here we go. Plural, yes.
Interesting. Do you want to check it out? Or do you want to wait for the do you want to wait for the others?
Realistically, we should probably wait for the others, but I have no idea when they'll be coming back. And with how this guy's acting, I feel like time may be of the essence.
Alright. Let's go then.
Hold on.
Smoke is also here. Smoke goes.
Is Smoke with us? I thought. Okay.
Smoke is in the tavern.
He's been hanging
Yeah.
out with Lincoln.
Yep, I have been talking with Lincoln.
Real quick, personal history check question. Do we have more than one party member that speaks Thieves' Cant?
I like
I
cool.
do. I do in I do in Klaus does.
Klaus also does? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Can you leave a message for them, letting them know where we're going?
Can we just use an earpiece?
It's only a mile out there out of range.
All right.
I mean, like we can keep pinging him every now and then, but like we don't know if they'll actually hear us. Because just
All right.
for the record, we say something and that's it. There's no like, you've got mail. None of that. Like,
No.
okay, it's literally just a shortwave radio.
There is no voicemail.
Got it. Okay, yeah. So we could be talking, but we'd have no way of knowing if they can hear us.
Unless they answered back.
So.
Alright, I'll write the letter.
Alright.
And I guess.
Actually, hold on. This is like an anti-meta game, but I don't know if Ito has ever witnessed Thieves' Cant being used, so I don't know if he would know of that.
I mean, if you know Thieves' Cant.
Ito has seen me and Klaus use it before. We used it.
I wasn't sure if I had, because I don't know how many times it's come up.
We've used it like twice, but we used it in that cave we were in.
That's right. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I didn't want to be a buzzkill for me.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, can I use like Thieves' Cant as some kind of like encryption or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, like jump on random word.
It's not like 3.5. There is a written iteration of Thieves' Cant.
Nice.
It's like hobo symbols.
Fantastic.
I imagine
literally
it was
how
like,
it's described. It's
Thieves
like
Guild.
hobo symbols.
The Thieves Guild in Skyrim, how they had that. Those little symbols you see on like buildings and stuff.
You write a note using Thieves' Cant, giving. What would you like to say exactly in Thieves' Cant?
I would just tell them where we're going.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm trying to think of how we would phrase it.
Are you trying to say that you're heading into a dangerous situation 6 miles within the wood?
Little Red Riding Hood.
Man, narrator, that sounds real good.
Little Red Riding Hood does not hold any weight because that's not a fable in this world.
Little Red Cavalier Fighter.
You write that grandmother has taken ill and is expected to have 6 months to live. You've unfortunately had to visit her estate east, and hope that things will quickly improve.
But they fear that she won't only last however many days, and the number is like the distance. So it was like 9 miles.
6 miles.
So I'll say that like she wouldn't make it like 6 weeks or something.
I like it. Good stuff. Good job, team.
That is enough to tell them that there is danger expected roughly 6 miles to the east, and that you've gone to inspect it.
And just to confirm, are Yanduin and company in town, or are they?
No, they're aboard the ship that is just outside of town.
Got it.
They've probably popped into town, but they're not making it a residence. The Yanduin's got a family to worry about, so he spends a lot less time out drinking and playing music.
Sure. Alright, let's go.
Alright. You leave the message as... what are you leaving out with the innkeeper to pass on? Or?
Yeah, I'll do it. With,
are you just taking it, putting it on the table and jamming a dagger through it? Be like, they'll find it. It'll be fine.
Do we have a room?
You have not procured a room.
We could get a room for all of us and leave the message in that room. You're saying the innkeeper's scoping you out. I'd rather not give her a reason to think.
Okay. I mean, she'd probably read it anyways if we left it for town.
And just to confirm, because we're talking, but like we are kind of trying to keep it down. Like, is she noticing us?
She does not seem to be paying attention to you. In fact, it's almost as if she seems to be actively avoiding Klaus.
Can I see if anybody's watching her?
Sure, make a perception check.
20.
Not any more than you would expect. The town, due to the fact that there are these overlapping, it seems like there are overlapping 8-hour shifts where every shift changes every 4 hours, so there's always this kind of overlap. There's quite a few people that come in and out of the inn, and she's mostly paying attention to them, and they seem to be paying a normal amount of attention you would expect them to pay to a tavern.
So nobody stands out as like watching her.
No, not like watching her.
I don't know, Klaus, I think maybe we might be getting a false read. Maybe she just thinks you're ugly.
I mean, you haven't discussed perhaps why she is avoiding him. Really?
Alright. Jomo, let's go.
Alright.
So let's, I'll walk up to her.
That is a good thing. Joseph Smoke's been there the whole time. Joseph Smoke, you roll an insight check.
But while talking to her, or while he's checking her out,
Smoke is fucking
how does that
fucking
even?
Smoke
bleary-eyed, just spacing out in a corner.
How does
It
that
meant
even
touch
work?
people and ended up just drinking himself.
Smoke himself.
He's been drooling on himself for a bit.
He's been distracted by Lincoln, who's tried to play cards with him and talk to him and asked him about his backstory and what his goals are and what he wants to be in life.
Wait, for an insight
I wanted to
check,
get
no.
revenge, and I did that.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But no, I'll walk up to her and I'll pay for a room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. For a night, but if you could keep the tab open in case we wind up staying longer.
Oh, of course. 6 people. I've got rooms that can be doubled up, so that would be 3 rooms. I'd be more than happy to do 3 rooms for a gold piece.
Not to sound ostentatious, and I have a feeling I know the answer to this question. Do you have something that could 1 grand room for a larger party?
What do we look like? The Ritz-Carlton? We do have
No, the Grand Budapest.
We do have a family-sized room that could hold up to 4. I could push beds in. It would be a tight squeeze, but it could fit 6.
We're used to sleeping rough. That sounds fantastic. And I'll pay double what she is asking for that room.
Oh, it would have been the same price, so it'd be 2 gold pieces if you're paying double. But that's a lot of money just to rent a room for the night, and considering the rather, rustic situation, these are not going to be penthouse suites. They're going to be very basic rooms. 2 gold for a basic room is a lot of money, but she's happy to she's absolutely happy to accommodate you in that situation. And she takes the 2 gold pieces and says, I will have beds moved into those rooms immediately, sir. Thank you. 2 gold is a lot of money for someone in this kind of setting.
Well, and one of those is hers, but that's as a tip. But purely for the inconvenience.
Of course. The room should be ready in half an hour.
Excellent. In that case, let's maybe hang around, and then once we get in the room, we can leave the message and then bounce.
She quickly turns and disappears into the kitchen. You can hear her say, quite loudly, go upstairs and bring 2 beds into the family suite. As you can see, a pair of younger boys, probably 16 or 17, wearing aprons, disappear upstairs. And after about half an hour, they return and nod their head. One of them says, "Oh, everything's all moved in, ma'am." As they return back to the kitchen, as she smiles at you and says, "Your rooms are quite ready."
Appreciate it. And then I'll let Klaus head upstairs, do his thing.
All right, Klaus.
Yeah, well, I'll hide the note.
You leave the note on the nightstand with a dagger in it.
Jesus.
That'll show him.
Don't read, bad guys.
Are we getting fucking Croatoan?
The thing
Is that what's happening to us?
in certain situations, that is suitable in Thieves' Cant. a note that is held up by a
Actually,
dagger instead of a pin
I
suggests
I know what I'm
immediate
gonna do.
danger instead of.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stab the dagger into the nightstand, but point it at an angle. I'm gonna hide the note underneath the bed with the dagger pointing towards it.
Boy, we're working out a lot of
You're
stuff on
way
In Thieves'
more
Cant.
clever than our entire party.
I was gonna say my intelligence score's super high, so I'll figure it out. But I'll find the note and not realize it's Thieves' Cant and be like, "The fuck is going
Oh my
on?"
god, Klaus is trying to kill
How
us.
did we just get a message from someone's mother? Like, what the hell?
Alright. You do so.
You know, the whole time I'm sitting here looking at prestidigitation, I can leave a small symbol on a surface for an hour. I wasn't gonna do that.
You do so. You get your message sent. You're pretty sure she's Carlotta seems very much on the up and up, so she's probably not gonna invade the privacy of your room. As you leave a message and you close the door behind you, you take the iron key that she gave to you once the room was prepared, and you lock it. And you head downstairs to Ito to tell him that everything is quite ready, or in readiness, and you head out the door into the, I assume, heading east into the woods.
I can only assume that Klaus tells Ito and Joseph Smoke about how he left the message, and Ito just kind of looks at looks at Klaus.
5-minute break so I can go pee, and then we will pick up with Reed, Alcohol, and Aruna in the forest. So, let's, you leave your, note for them. I understand. You, procure a room that you know that they're going to at least hear of.
I would tell the innkeeper that if she sees the rest of our party that was here earlier, to please let them know that we procured.
Okay.
I mean, how hard is it to notice a bug man, a halfling, and a moon elf?
I don't like this, Colin. Take it back.
Say psych right now.
Okay. And you, so you do that, and then you sort of head out and away, to, no doubt, seek this, witch or whoever it was, deep within the woods, the place that they prefer not to go, about 6 miles to the east. Right.
Nope, don't like that.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's been playing for me the entire fucking time.
Reed,
I don't like.
Alec, Cool, Runa. You've properly seen to the body of the unfortunate man who was eviscerated and used to serve as some sort of magical implement. It's his blood used to smear the covering of a circle that was drawn on the tree, a circle that appears to be the moon. Its face covered with blood. Managed to pull him down. That being said, Aruna, you do sense that despite the fact that the body is down, the magic of the tree still lingers, or the magic of the symbol lingers.
Fucking great.
You turn around and head back. Roll a survival check with disadvantage.
No.
Okay.
Roll it on here.
I got a 5.
Where's? Do I have to go back to the thing with my token? I guess.
If you click the third tab in the thing and drop down players, your sheet will be in there.
Well, I'm no longer at the Dark Forest. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm also no longer there.
You're now
You're
down with the green forest. It's pretty nice.
It's much more lovely here.
Nope. Alright, me and Lou are out of the woods. Sorry, Aruna.
See ya.
Nah, man, I got a 5.
It's a roll with disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. 19.
Okay.
And I'm also, like I said, I'm on the cover page because I tried to go to where my token was.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Wait, is there a map on the cover page?
No, not enough.
They're seeing stuff you're not seeing. Set up
Got
on
it.
set up a forest scene. It's got ambient. There's spooky whispers. You can hear the spooky whispers, but still.
Man, these spooky whispers sure are loud. To reach all the way over here in the town.
All right.
Bye.
Unfortunately, it was a group check that 2 out of 3 had to pass and 2 failed.
You guys suck. Cool leaves his friends.
You put your head down and you follow the path of the path that you followed in. This single footstep that you walked into the woods. The same footsteps you followed, and you put your head down and you follow them, and find yourself walking past a tree and finding the body, or not the body, but the freshly turned earth from where you buried this man not an hour before. As you put your head down and you follow it again, and once again after another 20 minutes, 30 minutes, not an hour, you're in the same spot. It's as if you looped to the same place.
Well, it seems that someone does not wish us to leave.
Let's say we try going the other way.
Okay.
I
Can you get up, like, past the canopy of the trees or not?
It's 100 feet up to get above the canopies. It's 80 to 100 feet.
I bet I could.
What kind of trees are these?
They're
Are they
pine, fir, and spruce, except the lowest branches are about 20 to 30 feet up. They're huge trees.
I can run off vertical surfaces.
Alright, so I really like the idea of one person going up and not leaving me in the fucking creepy forest.
Hey guys, go look. No, wait!
Hey guys, what if we Naruto run between the branches and then leave Aruna?
Hey, look at me, Ma!
Alright.
Listen, the moment someone tries to fuck off, I turn into a giant ape and I start barging through the forest and getting as far away as I can.
I mean, Reed, it's up to you. I'll go up, or you can if you like. If you can get up there a little easier.
I'm just
Yeah,
interested to
probably
see
a little better.
if you'll end up back down here somehow,
Yeah.
which would be
All right.
quite funny.
All right, I'll go up. Colin, I'm assuming there's I can jump to about the same branch I did before, right?
Yeah. Like I said, the branches are about 20 feet up, and I know you've got because of your bug abilities, you got a vertical leap about that high. But go ahead and give me a acrobatics check. It's pretty much the same.
Well, also being in these surroundings, Reed would take a second to center himself, so he's going to sit down and start to meditate for him.
12.
Not a great athletics check. Unfortunately, you just you can, as you leap on the lowest branch, it cracks beneath you and immediately gives way as you begin tumbling down through the air 20 feet. You have a chance to react, and Aruna has a chance to react. And I guess Reed technically has a chance to react if he has anything that could slow your fall as the branch just collapses under you.
Nope, I can only slow my own fall.
Connor, I can't read that. Nor do I want to.
Stop sending porn in chat, Connor. I'm tired of looking at titties. I want to see big dicks.
You got him.
Gotta talk to Cody then. Apparently he's the one that has the big dick stuff to
I
put
want
in the
to
chat.
see chicks with huge dicks. Stop sending normal dicks.
And just scroll up.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have fly, but it is touch. So
You could cast fly on yourself and catch him theoretically.
oh jeez.
I feel like that's asking for both of us to die.
That's asking for something I'm not going to do. Sorry.
You could try to reach out and grab a branch, but that's an athletics check.
Fuck it. Athletics check.
Not a good roll. You tumble 20 feet down, suffering 16 points of damage. As you land with a crunch. Not a good acrobatics check. Not a good athletics save to stop yourself from falling. Sometimes sometimes you win the dice, and sometimes you don't.
I don't have spells that can do stuff about that, so.
Okay. Hey
Then
Reed.
allow me to attempt. I mean, really, my speed would be 80 feet.
You probably dash up the tree at your speed, just to get above the
Yeah.
tree line.
Do I need to roll for that?
No, you just dash up a fertile tree. Give me an athletics check to maintain your position in the tree, but it's pretty easy. But it's gonna suck
Nope.
if you fail and you fall 80 feet. Jesus Christ.
You have slow fall. It's fine.
You do have monks.
I haven't rolled anything about. I haven't rolled double digits at all today.
Alright. Your monk's slow fall. It stops you from taking how much damage?
45.
Okay, that's good. That should be able to negate most of the fall damage from 80 feet. Hey, it would be 54 from 80 feet.
I take 9.
Take 9.
All right.
It's crazy. It's an easy check, but you failed it.
Yep, because I'm failing everything today.
All right. Well,
Let
I'm
me
not
try
gonna
one
try.
more. Let me try one more time.
okay.
I don't care. Whatever.
It was just an idea.
Yeah.
It was a good idea too. Too bad I can't.
I'm leaving.
I dig a hole and kill myself. I don't care.
No, you don't have to worry about it. Aruna, you had an action before them if you want to do anything.
Okay.
Yo, okay, remember in the beginning of My Hero when Uraraka slaps Deku to remove his gravity so he doesn't die?
Yeah.
You
Well,
do that with the fly spell.
They already fell. So it's too
Technically,
late.
they already
damn.
fell, so Aruna gets a chance to act before anybody else.
Okay, I'll burn a fucking third level and just fly up, I guess.
Alright, you soar into the skies, easily going over the canopy. You can see up above the dense tree line, it's bright and it's fairly sunny. The air is quite chill, but not ridiculously so. Cold enough that you can see snow on the ground off in the far distance, but here it's almost pastoral. It's quite nice. You can see the town off in the distance. You're surprised it looks farther away than you thought it would have. As you realize, you're not sure if you lost track of time or if the path was odd. It doesn't look like you've walked about a mile. It looks like you've walked 3 miles in, at least. But what draws your attention as you kind of spin around is off to the east. You can see a single tendril of smoke that is rising up from the middle of the forest.
Suspicious. Oh yeah. I'll go back down. So, I think we're farther out than anticipated, and there's fire or smoke off in the forest. Is it past the town or just like?
No, it's in the opposite direction of the town. It's farther, deeper into the forest, to the east. Town is slightly to like the west. Maybe.
Oh, okay. I didn't know which direction we went originally. That's what I was confused about. Okay. So you remember the whole illusion conversation and trickery and nonsense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's one person doing it, I could probably deal with it. But if it's more than one person, probably not. And
Yeah.
if it's in place, I'm not sure there's much we can do about it, other than keep trying, or somehow get above the trees and know for sure which direction we're moving. But we saw how that went.
Hmm. Um. I'm going to
So I can. Unfortunately, if I summon my familiar and it breaks the canopy, we're not going to be able to see it. I don't think. So I'm not sure if that would help us.
1 second.
Reed, do what you do best. Punch us out of here.
Right now, I don't think I could punch anything.
Where's Cora when you need her and her dog to sniff us back home?
So what's the plan, Jan from the office?
I'm gonna use my 1 cast of divination for the day from the Mantis Claw, and I'm going to ask the Mantis Queen which direction we need to travel to get out.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Tells you east.
And can we see the sky from here?
You beneath the canopy, not really. I'm trying to think of. My brain is going over trying to form a cryptic rhyme. But I can't. It just says travel east.
Okay.
I says, heading home would be a mistake. To the east is the path you must take. That's cryptic enough.
Mm-hmm.
East we go.
So east in the direction of the
In
fire.
the direction of the fire, the single tendril, the small tendril of smoke.
Well, joke's on me for thinking that going in the daylight would change what was going to happen at all, but I think we're getting led one way or another.
Yep.
Fucking,
Well, let's hope the rest of the group doesn't do anything stupid. Da-da-da-da-da.
fucking damn magic.
Yes.
It's the worst. Alright.
Well, I guess I'll try to use my owl calling to try to keep us going east, sort of. I don't know if I can, but I'll try.
Okay. You do go east as well as you can, as best as possible, and the growing is pretty tough. It is rough undergrowth, essentially. Um, Tangles and briars and things, vines that seem to reach up and lash at your feet. It's hard going. It takes time. But as you move east, you travel for an hour and after an hour you don't end up in the same clearing body. Instead, you just see that it's darker. The air is filled with faint whispers that seem to grow in volume. You're not sure where you're going, but you do know this. It seems like the magics have allowed you to go this way, as if this sort of confusing perspective, the maze that is the forest underneath these magics, has given way. As you generally head east. Meanwhile, Joseph Smoke, Ito, and Klaus,
Hey, hey.
you also head into the forest. Sort of, go ahead. As you enter beneath the canopy of the forest, once again, it's much like when they first entered. There's sunlight dappling the ground through the canopy, but it grows as the canopy grows denser and more dark. Soon it gives way as if you're perpetually in some sort of twilight. Every now and then you kind of stop and check your bearings. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Ooh, I like the new background. Da, 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 da. Ooh, that's a crit.
It's pretty good.
You aren't getting me twice, Floods. Fuck you, trees.
So Connor's gonna make Connor's bitch ass got up from the seat, so guess who's rolling his check for him?
Me, I want to roll it.
I don't know
With
if
your
you can.
modifier.
He can roll a d20 with his bonus. I mean, you've got his character sheet.
There you go. Connor rolled a 4 plus whatever.
It is a 4 plus 1, so we got a 5. And it was Joseph Smoke. I guess Max
What
is
are we
in it.
rolling?
Roll a survival check.
Okay. Oh, -1 got 12. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad, really. You feel like you're getting turned around in the forest. As you kind of head to the east, eventually you come across what appears to be a freshly dug grave. You can see up on a nearby pine tree that seems to rise perilously high, nearly 80 to 100 feet in the air. There is a large circular inscription that has blood smeared across it.
Is it the same symbol on the robes?
It does appear to be vaguely the same symbol on the rogues, actually.
Looks like we're on the right path. And I guess we're gonna continue heading on.
Oh, with Klaus's 20 survival check, you're able to make out what appears to be a path that leads away from this to the east. It looks like a group of maybe 3 people. So, small group of people.
Cultists, maybe. Alright. Let's head that way. but try not to get caught.
That's the plan.
Shit, dog. I thought we were trying to fail. My bad.
Shit. Task failed successfully.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
You follow the trail. The dense canopy forcing you to walk. It's darkness, doing the best you can to hazard out this trail, and soon you don't know exactly. You lose. It almost feels like you lose sight of the trail. You lose track of it. Only every now and then, sort of picking up faint hints of it. It becomes darker and darker. You're not sure if time is different in the forest. Perhaps you're taking a more winding path than you thought as you try to follow the trail. Soon it gets dark. Well, I know many of you have dark vision. Even your dark vision seems diminished. You can see, but it's almost like there's a wall of darkness that extends about 30 feet away from you. And within that wall of darkness, you can see movement. Shadows that seem to roil and bulk. Nothing that approaches you. Nothing that stands there immediately in your sight line, but just in your peripheral vision seems to move. Perhaps you entertain the thought of heading back, but even looking back at your own trail seems to cause it to disappear. It seems like it wanders away into the forest. Perhaps you can see why the lumberjacks themselves refused to go into the forest at night. Being said, after some travel, you see something. Perhaps some sort of landmark, something to which you can pinpoint exactly where to go to. A light in the distance, glowing, flickering orange. As each of you makes your way in that direction, carefully, slowly, come to a clearing. Actually quite sizable. You can see that there is a large bonfire that has been erected.
Well, that's not ominous at all. They're probably nice.
Dancing around the bonfire, you see bare-breasted women of various different ages throwing themselves forward, gyrating, gesticulating. 4 of them, while 2 fully clothed women bearing the dark robes Shar seem to stand there, heads bowed.
Which party is this that's witnessing?
Both of you.
Oh,
Technically.
okay.
Coming technically from different directions because of the forest magics.
I'll whisper to Klaus. It's a shame. I think your message trick was pretty cool.
It was, but they never made it back to town.
It's an outdated method anyways.
Unfortunately, their check failed, so they ended up getting switched around in the forest. If they had passed their group check, they would have made it out. That being said, you can, Aruna, you can see these women, pale-skinned and many of them beautiful, dancing bare-breasted in the firelight.
Are they regular women, Colin?
They seem to be elves of some sort.
Okay. Gotcha.
Except if you want to advance closer, you will have to roll a stealth check.
That is what I will do.
Yep.
If I can click the button. There we go. Alright, 29.
There's enough cover here that you should be able to move. Find some sort of decent hiding spot.
Kind of like inside the trees.
Again, yeah.
Got an 11.
It's not
Excellent.
not a great stealth roll.
Can I get to here, Colin?
But I also want to maintain my position. So.
Sure. Pretty much moving anywhere is a stealth check.
Yeah, I got 25.
Right, so you can get to there.
So we don't have to roll stealth as long as we're not moving?
If you do not move, you're not rolling a stealth check. You're not closing in.
Are these,
Well, I'm kind of blocked by line of sight with the trees and the...
Yeah, I was going to ask her, are each of these trees?
Yes, they are all trees.
Is 16 good enough to, like, kind of crouch behind this log over here so I don't have to move a ton?
Yes.
Okay.
I said the log and the trees, they're giving you the opportunity to make stealth checks. If they weren't not there, you could not make them because you would not have anywhere to hide. But you do have the opportunity to hide because it's filled, even though it's a clearing, it has many trees and things like that around it.
Okay, so if I walk up to the tree and make a stealth check?
Yes. Basically to hide behind the tree.
Hey, finally.
Nice.
It's a good stealth check.
Okay. Can I say something to Reed before we, like, get into the shit?
Yes.
Okay. Reed, this is gonna sound fucking insane. But, I don't know if you've noticed, I think they're kin.
Titties is out.
Yeah, titties is out. But...
Their magnificent breasts before you, Reed. You can't help but wonder. Perhaps Cora's not nearly as well as endowed as the beautiful elven woman. Maybe Bruno is.
I try to RP, Colin, and you bring me down. God damn it.
Can I see?
RP.
Classic Colin.
Okay, scene. Concentrate. Reed, when we start fighting, which is going to fucking happen, you know these people, try not to kill them. We need to not kill them. I need to know why they're here, and what they're doing, and if we can stop them.
The others that you should worry about.
Okay. Can I see them? Sorry.
I want to get real close to Klaus and I say, listen, Klaus.
If you
we
move,
start fighting.
He's already up here. If you
kill
move, it's a
everyone.
stealth check.
Also, you have that handy earring, so maybe you should relay the message to our friends.
I get real close to Klaus and I say, Klaus, when the fighting starts, we need to kill everyone.
That's exactly what I was gonna do with
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, wow, smoke, and nobody else heard that. So like, fuck it, they all
Exactly.
dying.
We didn't hear that, and Klaus
we
was
don't
one
know
of all people.
We don't know the others are here right now, right?
I'm asking right now if
Yeah,
I
we
can
don't.
see them over here. Can I spot them?
Yes, they're not hidden in any way, shape, or form.
No, not them.
Oh, them? Technically, what's your passive perception?
18.
Sees me.
You have seen Aruna, sort of darting to a nearby log.
Alright, I'm gonna get on the earpiece. I'm gonna say, Aruna, we have them pinched. We can kill all of them.
You're talking to Reed. I don't have an earpiece, so you're just talking to everyone else.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I didn't bring you guys one.
Can we prioritize that the next time we're at some place that sells these things?
Well, I'm gonna get on the earpiece. I'm gonna be like, I see you guys. We can kill all of them.
This is a no-kill mission. Aruna needs information, which is...
Oh, but that was when they yanked him into the fire.
Do
Fight
it,
to
you
detect.
won't.
I mean, we can deal with that afterwards, Klaus. Don't worry. Preference is non-kill. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'll try.
Oh, that baby.
Indeed.
All right.
All right, who's gonna be the first idiot to run out? I mean,
All right, let's do this, Leroy.
nope. Oh.
You can see one of the elves that is actually clothed, not bare-breasted. It appears to be who is wearing the black robe speaks out, speaking in Elvish. Calls
No
out.
hablo inglés.
And answers in Celestial. As each of the voice intones
Oh, okay.
a sort of
Is that a second ritualist, or is talking, or the same one?
it's technically the same one. It's a call and in Elvish and an answer that is in Celestial. Although the answer
but
is
she is speaking both
the
lines.
answer is the answer in Celestial is spoken by everybody in the entire ritual.
Ah, okay. That's what I needed to know. Thank you.
So it's coming in hot for some of you. For others of you, it's not. They don't seem.
I relay the celestial to the rest of the group via earpiece. Or wait, we decided it's telepathic, right? We don't have to speak.
You have to
No, we
whisper.
have to speak.
We have to whisper.
At the very least,
Okay,
whisper.
that's fine. That's fine. I whisper it then. I whisper what the celestial is, and I ask what the elvish is, because I know we have a fucking knife ear over there who can tell me.
Jesus.
Wow, great.
I know Celestial also, you bully. Cool. Alright, Reed, I'm gonna do something really fucking stupid. If they try to kill me, non-lethal, yeah, fun times. See you in a minute, maybe. I'll go over the log column and start walking towards them.
All right.
I think I see what you're doing, and I think it's kind of genius.
As soon as you, Gracie, get in the bed. Why do you have to stare at me like some sort of gormless idiot?
Jesus Christ! I just called my cat a dumbass or a retard. You could call him a gormless idiot?
Get up on the
What?
bed.
Colin's here out for blood.
All right.
God damn.
As you walk to the edge of the firelight, the speaking stops, and you can see the people turn immediately and take a defensive stance. You can see the women in dark sort of clothing sort of hiss and say, "Intruders!"
Phenomenal.
How dare you interrupt the sacrament?
Do you want me to type it if it's in Elvish, Colin? Or should I just talk?
No, I need you to speak Elvish for me.
Okay, I thought I.
Fucking take the Elvish Lord of the Rings college course and come back to us.
Oh boy. See what they say to that. I'll like put my hands up, like I'm surrendering.
Oh, never mind. You're not doing it all what I thought you were.
We'll see.
Did you just say I eat puss in Elvish?
They just kind of look at you a little bit confused.
Okay.
What is your business here?
Oh, well, uh, it's not often you get word of elvish worship and magic rituals involving the moon, and I've been really lonely looking for people of my ilk, and I'll try to take a step forward and see if they get more hostile or not.
They go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. That's pretty good. 20. Not natural.
As you get closer and see them illuminating the firelight, these are not moon elves.
Okay.
It looks like a couple of high elves, but mostly it looks like Shadar Kai.
Okay. So the robed figures, are they wearing like masks or is it just like obscured faces?
They
They're
have
hard to see.
faces obscured by the darkness of their hoods.
Okay. Well, this is not going as well as I thought.
You are no sister of ours.
Well, I mean, from a distance, we often
Do you have
people mistake us.
Do you have any holy symbols at all on you, or any markings of Selune?
You know, come to think of it, I don't think I do, because when I got the cloak from the tailor, I kind of wear that all the time now, so it wouldn't be visible,
Okay,
to my knowledge.
probably a wise choice.
Yeah. Because the only thing I have is that Shaw, that's like my family thing, but I imagine that's probably covered up or put away since I have my cloak.
A couple of them kind of move a little bit, sort of forward.
Well, I'm not necessarily here to harm anyone. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Trying not to get roped into other people's business.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah, I'm super good at those.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna try and stealth again.
Hey, Colin, can I use my inspiration to
Yeah.
roll again?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I let you
Please.
hold inspiration between.
Praise be. 17 is a little better.
I'm gonna move up there with that stealth check.
Okay, I'll let you do it just because they're focused almost 100% on Aruna right now. If you move there normally, you have no hiding. But make it with disadvantage.
Okay.
Hey, as it says for bardic inspiration, I can inspire a creature that can hear me. Can I do that over the earpiece?
They are hearing them.
Sure.
I'm asking Colin because that's kind of gamey.
Sure.
In that case, I will inspire Aruna. Oh wait, hold on. It's 60 feet. No. Okay, in that case, I'll inspire Klaus as he's leaving my radius.
Okay.
And you said, just to confirm, any movement would defer a stealth check?
Yes.
And that is to imply that us who are not moving would know we're too close?
Yes, you get the feeling that if you were to, you're now in the range where if you were to move, you might attract attention. You don't move, that's no stealth check. You're still technically, essentially, you're off the map, but you're at the edge of it. If you try to move closer, you're in doing stealth checks.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
They sort of, as you sort of approach, you have not the bearing of one who walks within the shadow of the moon. Turn around and leave this place. Get what you saw. Consider it a mercy of the Dark Lady. A gift. This, the coronation of the Umbral Queen, is the first of the Gloom Sacraments has been conducted.
Well, have to say, unfortunately, I don't think your Dark Lady had much mercy for the fellow we found in the tree. And as an action con, I'm gonna, if they want to shoot me, whatever the fuck they want to do. I'm gonna reach in and I'm gonna pull out my fluorescent material in my vial and I will cast Hypnotic Pattern and try to catch as many of them as I can.
All right.
Which,
Cuttlefish these bitches.
yeah.
Can I prepare a reaction? Or I guess it'd be an action. But
All right.
And I know they're elves, so it's high potential this doesn't work.
That is indeed true. So it is
Yeah,
a
but
wisdom saving throw. Wisdom.
Yep.
It's a charm, so it's done with advantage.
Yep.
It's 20.
Okay. I tried.
yeah,
13.
That one fails.
17.
I think that one just succeeds.
Passes.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. No.
Oof.
Right.
Ooh, that's
Wow.
That's rough.
that's good.
So
That's
the
good.
two ritualists are going to use legendary action, or two of their legendary actions, or their only legendary action, technically, legendary saves, to pass that
Nice.
save.
Okay, those are burnt. That's fine.
They burnt their, because they're minor boss
Okay,
enemies,
okay.
so they only have one. So that's good. They burned it.
Yeah, so I guess just that only the one sister is incapacitated for a
All
minute.
right. Let's see. Middle one. She is incapacitated. Okay.
Well, it kind of worked.
We're just gonna put that one. All right. However, they seeing you, they immediately become hostile. Let's go ahead and everyone roll for initiative. Some spicy ass combat music.
I want my initiative to be low because I gotta poop.
What'd you think I was gonna do, by the way? There,
I
old
thought you were
Joseph
gonna
type?
try and be like, yes, it is I, the moon goddess. As you can see, I have a moon on my forehead and my glowy moon horns.
Wow. So,
All right,
Max,
I
so
don't think he has a moon on his
retarded.
forehead.
Yeah,
Do you?
I thought you were gonna try and walk out and pull that shit.
you know what my
All right.
fucking charisma is, man?
I'm going to go pee real fast, and then we'll start with the combat. All right. It seems like the Aruna has revealed herself, and that has spooked the cultist, now acting defensively. It's, yeah. Technically, we're gonna start with the combat. That being said, technically we start with the surprise condition. So Aruna and the ritualists are not hidden, so it goes actually to Ito first, because Ito technically has not revealed himself, so you get to move and do an action before anyone else. Because Aruna and the cultists are, well, they technically are surprised, even though Aruna knows you're there. If you want to act before anything, you get to.
But stealth would apply for movement still.
Yes, if you want to remain stealthed. If you don't mind unstealthing yourself, you can charge straight forward into the middle of them, technically.
Thinking about it, I will confer Joseph Smoke. What do you think? I motion to my armor. I'm not quiet.
Bang, bang. I think he went to go poop.
Alright.
Yeah, pretty sure he did.
Joseph Smoke says, I love it when I go pee and then I press up on my taint to get all of the pee drops out. That's what Joseph Smoke tells you.
Alright, so just to make sure I'm understanding the map correctly, the trunk of this tree is here?
Yes, you can pretty much hide anywhere in the
Not-
tree that is mostly tree, and it would be you could take the hide action to stay hidden.
It's not letting me do the little ping thing. How are you supposed to?
Are you holding down left click?
Oh, it's a hold. I thought it was a double click. So yeah, right there would be the trunk.
Yeah. Although, like I said, if it's if anywhere that's majority tree, technically you could try to hide in.
And you said, and just to confirm, because they're the same token, these are not the flagellants that we ran into.
No,
Flagellant.
no, technically not. They're just general cultists, although they are bare-chested.
Okay. And these two are the ritualists. But they're all female, correct?
They are all female and all appear to be elves, although not all are the same elf type.
Got it. Max, have you returned? Cool.
Max is gonna be gone a while.
Open's hard business, man.
You need to get some Fiber One bars, man.
All right, Beaver, do you eat Fiber One bars?
I do.
Really?
They make me poop like a champion, man.
I
I'm
mean,
in there for like 5 fucking minutes, bro.
You can't disagree with that. It's good to have your poop regular.
I mean, here's the thing. If you're gonna have stuff in your butt, you have to know when stuff's gonna be in your butt.
Let him go with his turn. You move there.
Why are we talking about stretching anuses again?
Oh, okay, never mind. Max is back. I will confer with Joseph Smoke real quick and be like, what do you think? Do we move up? They don't know we're here. You weren't here, so I'll explain. They don't know we're here. We have a surprise round. As long as we remain stealthy, we maintain that, is my understanding. But if we move forward, we have to make stealth checks.
1 second.
Yeah, Joseph Smoke says, seeing all the fight breaking out and Aruna, the one being targeted, is like, just wait a second.
No, I'm trying to work on that specifically. Shit.
We are on the clock, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's not in range. And the thing I want to do is not in range because Aruna's so far away.
So we can move up. We just have to make stealth checks, and
I have disadvantage on stealth checks.
I also have disadvantage.
I mean,
You guys go clangety clangety clang.
I'm gonna. How far far away am I? I can make it if I move my whole move. See, okay, you stay here and come in, and whenever you decide to, or I guess that was your turn. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run up as far as I can, and I'm gonna get Shield of Faith on Aruna.
All right.
Because she's the one being targeted, I'm going to try and protect her.
I will wait to move up until after Klaus does that. Sorry, Joseph Smoke does that.
Ready? Would you go sit with the board now?
Okay. Bad news, boys. I gotta go sit with the baby real fast.
Alright.
We interrupt this combat.
We interrupt this combat so I can go sit with the baby for about 10
For the
minutes.
baby.
The
The
baby.
baby, the precious baby.
Just bring the baby in here. He can be an assistant DM.
Okay, I'll be back.
We're so good at starting.
Okay.
What's an uncle to do?
Alright. The baby is suitably satisfied. He's full on his delicious dinner. And what little bit he ate, which was basically, you know how babies are. They see, you put the food in front of them, they pick out the peas, and they pick out the dumplings, and they leave everything else to be thrown in the dog's food dish. So, did you decide on what to do, Ito?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm waiting for Joseph Smoke to do his thing, and then I will follow after him.
Right. Goes to Reed.
Alright. So from my understanding, if I try to move and they see me, we lose our surprise?
You lose your surprise. You use your surprise.
Oh.
Technically, at that point, they're not surprised anymore, but at this point, Ito, Joseph, and Joseph would maintain the hidden condition, as well as Alec Cool if he didn't move Klaus would not, because he's at this point not technically hidden behind anything, and they're no longer like they're now aware that to look around for stuff in combat. So Klaus would have to move or hide somewhere.
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna move my 40 feet up there and attack with the dagger, or with the dagger, the ghost dart. Go start.
Staggered.
26.
26. Would you believe that hits the bare-breasted woman?
Man, you're kidding me. All right, then I'm gonna use the reaction for the athletics check, contested athletics check. Try pulling her in. It's a 13 from.
Okay. Let's see. They just have strength. All right, you yank them in close. They stagger into you.
Right, and then you know what? Sure, we're just gonna start to knock her out with flurry of blows. First one,
Pinch your titty.
27 for 7 damage.
Only the first boob reads touch, and it's not his
Second
girlfriend.
one, 18 for 8.
I would say, you know, all things considered, they do take a bit of damage. They don't look particularly wildly sturdy, but they're still standing as she looks beat up pretty badly. You managed to pull her close.
Yep, that would be the end of my turn.
Alright, it goes to
We're gonna tell
Klaus.
Cora that you cheated on her.
They're magnificent, and they're right in your. They're right just above your face.
Give her the suckle.
Oh, yeah, I had to incapacitate that one. Hmm. How high are these walls?
Just
Are they-
very, very small. They're columns. Basically.
Okay, they're like little knee knockers.
collapsed
kind of thing.
columns, essentially. Yes.
Okay. Alright, that works. I'm going to move. Like right up here. I think this is the spot. Okay, yeah. I believe it's 60 feet. Yes, I do have it. Okay. Alright, I'm going to use a sorcery point, and I'm going to twin cast Thorn Whip on that one and that one. I'm going to try and yank them together. And like make them not smash into each other like into the fire.
Okay.
Alright, first one. It's an 18 to hit.
Which one are you starting with?
I'm going. I'll start with the
This one.
that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first one I
Oh,
started.
no, it's not loaded.
That one will hit.
All right.
Damn.
How do you roll the damage on it? It makes you just whatever.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's
this is
weird that it
second.
changes that now.
Oh, the second one's a crit.
I get that crit.
Nice.
They will both hit. I'm right.
Alright, so the one on the ritualist is gonna do 12 damage. And against that guy, he gets 6 damage.
Alright, they both get kind of pulled into the fire. Or I'll allow it. Why not? As you can see, their clothing begins to catch alight. The thorns wrap around them and yank them closer to you. Is there anything else, Klaus?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a
Never mind,
bonus action to cunning action dash up into the tree. That's about far enough, right? Okay, yeah. Boom. All right, that's me. Whoop, 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 whoop.
All right. If that's you, it goes to Alec Cool.
Um.
Gracie, leave that naked baby alone. Come here. Papa. That baby just trying to take a bath. Come on.
Is Gracie supervising bath time?
Yeah, she just got fed from the baby. The baby's learned to throw food over the high chair.
I used my my bonus action to dash. And I'm a stibbity stab that one. Cause wait, okay, which one is controlled or whatever?
This
Is
one
it
down here.
Okay. So yeah, I attacked this tittied lady. If this dog doesn't quit putting her paw on my keyboard, I swear to God. Ugh. Well, now the damage thing just disappears.
I don't know why it does that now. Something
That's
about
real
the
irritating.
change. Something about when they changed, as they updated the D&D 5th edition thing, and it doesn't do that anymore. I'm not sure.
So that 7 damage, and then I have my sneak attack. I'm assuming, correct? It was a surprise.
Yeah, technically. They're a little bit surprised by it. I'll allow it.
So it does 16 points of damage. That be it for me.
Alright. Okay. You dart out from behind your cover, charging them and managing to get a powerful blow with the mantis claw straight into the back of one of the women. Joseph Smoke, it goes to you.
Ziggy fucking moved me. She hit the keyboard. I was there. Alright.
Alright, so do I get to take actions even if I'm detected, or does that end my surprise round?
No, you have. They're surprised. It's not a surprise round. They technically had the surprised condition.
I think that. No, it's 35. 1 second. Okay, that's 30. And that should make. Yes, just within range. Cool. I'm gonna hit Aruna with a Shield of Faith. You
Oh,
got
baby.
+2 to your AC, BB.
Oh, thanks, BB.
That was my bonus action. I'm gonna take my primary action, and I'm gonna hit I'm gonna hit the cultist that's not shirtless, the one closest to the fire.
This one. Technically,
one.
this one's in the fire, actually.
Oh, okay.
They're doing okay.
I'm gonna hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blaze.
That's a crit.
Gotta hit that big damage.
That's 1d10 maxed out plus my charisma modifier, which is 14. And then hit him another one, because I get 22. Right? Yeah. That was a crit fail. Perfect
Oh.
average. Hell yeah.
Everything in balance.
Perfectly balanced, as all
Perfectly
things
balanced.
should be.
Exactly.
Colin's demonetized.
Well timed. Joke's on you, I never had enough people subscribe to me to monetize in
I was about to
race.
say, yeah, I don't think he was monetized.
You don't have to bring it up. He's right here. Rude.
Alright, if there's nothing else from Joseph Smoke, it's gonna go to the top of the round technically as the
There is
surprise
this one
condition
dude I
piece.
follow on TikTok who has cerebral palsy, and he's fucking hilarious.
Alright, Aruna.
Yeah. Okay. Third level haste read. Enjoy the haste, my friend. To give them a walloping. Hopefully. Now that I've done my brave thing of hopping out, wait. Let me go think. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm actually like, I think I'm okay. I'll move slightly closer to read. Like this way. Yeah, a haste read, and that's my turn.
Alright. This is the
Woohoo! Speedy boost.
Cultist turn. They're... Wait, hold on. Back up. Cultist turn. They're in the fire, so they take an extra 1 point of fire damage. They both that. This one moves out, and this one jumps out. However, they still took 1 point of damage. That's more damage than if they hadn't gotten in the fire.
Sure.
Alright. Read.
Plus, it was a surprise round. You can't say they're not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm pretty surprised when I'm suddenly on fire, too.
This one's going to reach out and with its hand sort of glows with necrotic energy. 21 versus armor class.
For who, me?
Yes, against Reed, the one that's right in front of you.
Damn it, that's gonna hit just barely.
Okay.
Yeah, I say, what's your AC with haste?
Oh wait, does
Yeah,
does
you got
haste give me
plus
more
2
AC?
armor class.
Yeah.
And no, it misses. I'm at 22.
That's
Aha!
probably for the best.
20 from the punch, or plus 2 from the punch, plus 2 from haste.
Yeah.
This one is going to reach out and do the same at Alec Cool. Stuff. Oh, gonna miss Alec Cool, rolling real low. They don't have good hits. It's gonna be a 16 versus armor class against Alec Cool.
Nope.
10, 15. It's gonna charge forward at Aruna. Only gonna be a. Oh wow, it's only gonna be a 9.
Surprisingly, that misses.
This guy's gonna come down here and he's gonna actually make him do better than that. Heck.
I'm back.
Are you though?
Okay. It's going to come and I need Aruna and Reed to make a dexterity saving throw.
You're fucking all hopped up, baby. You have advantage. Reed. Haste.
I did it roll.
Mine wasn't good.
It's not good.
That's fine. I mean, your 17's probably pretty good, so.
Alright.
Doesn't Lucky work on that too? Or saving throw. Okay, so now it decides to fucking double roll it. I don't know why it wasn't before. Sorry. So that would have been the first one, 25.
25 is good.
Mine's a 12.
12 is not good. So Reed
Yeah, I thought
takes
that.
half damage.
I take no
You
damage.
take no damage, technically. Aruna, however, takes 31 points of damage.
Holy shit!
Christ.
Is that my lightning special? Ooh. Okay.
Let's see. Ooh. I need Alec Cool and Aruna to make dexterity saving throws.
All right. Counter spell 4th level.
That'll
These
automatically
weapons.
counterspell then. It's only a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
As the lightning bolt fizzles in its hand.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any 3rd levels left, so. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. It goes to Ito.
I agree, baby.
All right. So I said I would wait until Joseph Smoke moved up, so I'll move up. Stay here. I'll take a shot at that ritualist. Yeah, with my crossbow. $21 to hit, 10 damage.
You're aiming for which one? This one?
The ritualist to the north.
This one.
That's. He said the one to the north, apparently.
All the way up here?
See.
Minus 10 points of damage. Alright. Got anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
It goes to Reed.
Alright. I'm gonna step up 5 feet. I'm gonna do an unarmed attack. It's gonna be a 19 versus armor class.
Against this one?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, she takes 12. Then I'm actually going to use one key to do the double horse kick, so I take unarmed strike and lead bonus action.
Well, she's dead. However, as soon as she dies, her blood spills across the ground, and it almost seems to sink in, and you can see it almost seems like red tendrils rush from the ground and wrap themselves around this ritualist. You can see all of the ritualist runes that she has suffered from fire and things like that immediately knit closed.
Oh, oh.
Ooh.
Alright. Oh. Guess we'll go down here and do a flurry of blows. Uh, 14.
14 will not hit.
Alright, next one. 27.
That one will.
Alright, they take 9.
Oh, wait. I just realized.
Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Alright. It goes to Klaus.
I'm back. Sorry.
Get
Wait,
them
I get
out.
one more. Oh well. I forgot, that's my fault.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to throw a psychic blade at that cultist. That's a critical fail.
Up, it hits
Damn.
Alakul right in the face. Alakul dies.
Nah.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Fortunately, the psychic blade just flies off in the distance.
Well, I guess I got out of the bonus action one, so I'll just try it again with my well, no, fuck it. I'll do what I was originally gonna do. I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness on that guy. Which, oh, I didn't switch it out on this one. I switched it out on D&D Beyond, but not on this. Hang on a second. How do I swap out? I'm just gonna roll on D&D Beyond. That is, fucking hell, that's a 12 to hit.
12. Not gonna do it.
Well, that's me, boys.
Oh. Goes to Alakul.
The dice giveth, and the dice giveth away. Or taketh away. I fucked that up.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Max, it wasn't funny the first time.
I get to there. And
I'm moving, I give him the poke.
I'm going to use my wild shape to wild shape in the constellation of the dragon.
Instructions unclear, you've wild shaped into the constellation of the Drag Queen.
Haven't we made that joke before?
I love.
Yes.
I often conflate dragon and drag queen. It's funny because they sound similar, and also now you look like Jared Leto from the movie Dallas Buyers Club.
There were a few movies with Jared Leto that you could have gone with that would have made that, I think, better, but Dallas Buyers Club is solid.
And then I don't think. Yeah, that's a full action. So as my bonus action. As a bonus action,
wow.
I just hold my bonus action actually.
Aruna, you cast haste, right?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot. That ended the hypnotic pattern on this one.
I don't think it's concentration, is it?
Hypnotic pattern is concentration, actually.
Oh, is it? I thought it cast and they were just stuck like that.
It's a concentration
Yeah, it says
spell.
the spell ends for an effective creature if any damage or if someone else takes an action to shake the creature. Because he's just
I mean, it says concentration on it. See?
Oh, it doesn't. It didn't. I always read the bottom. Sorry, you're correct. Hey, bid.
All right, you are take the form of the dragon constellation. You will remember what that does, because I will not.
Yep, it gives me an advantage on concentration checks.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, specific concentration. No, I don't have a bonus action to use. I just moved to closer to the other person.
Joseph Smoke.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna run up and flank this bitch. And I'm gonna whack the shit out of her. That's a 17 to hit.
Oof, that's just barely. It does manage to hit, although it's getting pretty close. It almost manages to dodge.
Okay. That's a 28 to hit.
Obviously, if a 17 hits.
Yeah. Alright, that's 12 damage on the first attack, and then 15 damage on the second. Oh, wait, hold on. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use one of the charges. The charges are there to be spent.
That is true.
She has to make a DC 16 con throw. What the fuck is this bitch saying?
Can I use a reaction to cast Comprehend Languages?
Unfortunately, it's not a reaction. You cannot.
Damn.
So
I mean, it's not really in anything.
All right. How much damage you do?
It was 14, no, 12 plus 15, so that's what, 7 plus, so 27?
27. That is 12 plus 15.
just curious, because I understand what that says. Is that a spell being cast?
No, it is being spoken in Elvish.
Just words. Okay.
Just words. All right. Anything else from this episode? Oh, I can add temporary combatants. Cool. All right. Is that it? I assume yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Goes to Aruna.
Oh, baby. This is a lot worse than I thought. Watch this shit, Colin. It's fucking lightning bolt.
Probably for the best. This is time to use those spells.
So for whatever reason, I can't angle it. I don't know why. Let me see if I can do like this.
I'll say you kind of have to. Yeah, sometimes it can get weird like that.
Yeah, it stays straight for me for some reason. I don't think I can catch the guy in front of me, can I? Or does that hit him?
So it.
You can probably move down square.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. I'm so fucking brilliant.
So if you click on the thing and click like, it's weird because you kind of have to like shift. You have to hold shift.
Okay.
And kind of scroll the mouse wheel up and down, and it will change it.
Okay. Well, in other words, I'm trying to lightning bolt all three of these fuckers in a line without hitting Alacool, hopefully, but I don't know.
What's the range? What's the range? Draw that all the way out, please. Please, just
It's coming for you, boy.
yeah. I don't have evasion like Reed does.
That's fine. Yeah, that doesn't hit. That doesn't hit Joseph Smith. Not Joseph Smith, fucking Klaus.
I can get it to hit.
I say if I can only hit 2,
I
that's
can
fine.
get it to hit 2 without hitting Alcool, but not all 3.
Okay,
Without
I'm gonna hit
without
2.
you moving more, technically.
That's fine. I'll hit 2.
All right, because the way it's angled right now will hit 2 of them.
Woo! That's some fat.
This third one, unfortunately, will not be hit. That's okay.
That's fine. I want this chick off my ass. I'm sorry that she's gonna fucking probably get roasted, but you know.
They're there to be roasted.
I don't want them to be roasted, but you know.
That is true. You can't declare unarmed attacks on spell attacks or
Rip.
ranged attacks. All right, go ahead. Delete that. Okay. Saves dexterity. Give me a 6 and a 2 6s. Couple
Damn.
of 6s. Whole bunch of
Alright.
damage.
Yeah, 34. That's slightly harder than that asshole hit me. So.
Alright. That does finish off this one. Alright. As that one dies, her blood spills across the ground. You can see the wounds on this one close to Reed and Joseph Smoke begin to knit close. Not fully, but you can see the blood staunches significantly. As it seems like the blood has healed them, or the death of the sister has healed them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can do.
Alright, we got some ritualists here.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Colin. Can I move? I forgot that I knocked her down.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry.
Can.
I had advantage of those attacks that I made. I just didn't give the advantage. 'cause
Okay, I'm good now. Sorry.
I guess, well, we got a 50-50. Let's see, who's the ritualist gonna attack? That's good. And it's gonna attack Reed. I think Reed's got higher armor class right now.
Do I still have haste?
You should still have haste. It's only the concentration on the hypnotic pattern that it's gonna reach out and make a it's gonna make pretty much the same attack as the other one with basically inflict wounds. Ooh, that's gonna be a crit. Use its 2nd level fucking spell. You're gonna take 40 points of damage.
Alrighty.
God
I
damn.
am at 17.
Yeah.
Right.
We need to help out our boy.
This one's going
Man.
to run down to flank. Since you're the only one it can reach. It's also going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Reed!
Let's see, that is a 18 plus... They only have plus 4 to hit, so that's a 22.
22 hits exactly.
Took 13 points of damage.
God damn.
Alright, I'm at 4.
Good thing that one rolled really low.
Yeah.
They are using their spell slots to do this, so they're burning them. But chances are they're going to burn... You're going to burn them down before they burn out their spell slots.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. It's gonna go up here. The ritualist. This one is going to They're intelligent creatures, so they're fighting smart. Okay. This was also going to move to flank Alakul. It's also going to use inflict wounds. That's going to be a 26 versus armor class.
Yep.
For 17 points of damage. And this other sister who is going to do the same. That is only going to be a 12, however. They're throwing out their inflict wounds.
Maybe my thing's just not updating because I don't see them flanking Alakul.
There's one here and one here.
Yep.
Oh, okay, because I see Alakul here.
You might have to reload. There's the Ito.
There we go.
Reed just took a butt ton of damage.
I also just took a butt ton of damage.
Alakul also took a butt ton of damage. And they're in a pretty precarious positions being flanked. You've also seen that killing the lesser cultist seems to heal the other cultists.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Or it seems to heal the cultist that's closest to whoever died.
One second. Alright. I'm gonna walk 30 feet to here.
I don't like the episode of The Twilight Zone with the dummy. Freaks me out.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
I'm gonna go here. Use my bonus to Misty Step the rest of the way.
Okay.
30 feet up to here. Convenient. And I will use my action to cast Cure Wounds at... Okay, now... Yeah, I have third level. Sorry, I'm multi-class, so the depiction of spell levels is weird on the pop-out. So that's 3d8 plus charisma, so plus 4. Hang on. Yeah, 3d8 plus 4 plus 4.
Shit, I was about to heal
It says
him
it has
too,
no
okay.
effect on constructs, and we all know Reed is actually a construct after Cora said I love you, and he said I know.
Wow!
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
how could you possibly have a heart after saying that?
So, I got
3
Wow!
ones. 3 ones.
Doesn't
Hold up.
get much worse than that.
It literally doesn't. He could not roll worse than if he tried.
Dude, this is what happens when you say "I know" when someone says "I love you."
Is this the TPK, guys?
So that's my entire turn.
You should have told Cora that you loved her. It goes to Reed.
Alright. Alright, so unarmed strike, non-lethal,
Good to know.
since I'm gonna have to keep on saying that every round.
Yep.
At this point, if you're gonna fucking die, who cares? I won't forgive you!
So 27
Right.
for 7 damage.
7. Alright. Like I said, a large portion of this cultist's wounds knitted closed, so you do see some damage, but this cultist, she is mostly okay.
For my second action, I will actually use the haste action to take the dodge action.
Balls.
I do believe I can do that, right?
The what?
Haste gives me an extra action, like
Haste-
full action.
Haste doesn't give you an extra action. You can only take the action to dash, disengage, hide, or attack, or use an object.
Oh. Here, so... Alright, fine then. So, second... well, this was my second attack. Oh, well, that's not a hit. Then, we'll use the... I'll use a key point to take the dodge as my bonus. And then I get a third unarmed strike. Non-lethal. For 12 damage on this person.
Alright.
And that's the end of it for me.
Alright. Alright. Desperately, Reed lashes out. You can see huge portions of his skin have been like blackened and almost burnt by necrotic damage from the inflict wounds spells. It goes to Klaus.
Alright. I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness at 2nd level on this asshole.
Fair. Use that energy
so
as
what's
it's
that?
going to try to constitutionally save. Make sure I actually have him.
Have to hit first. Oh, well. Okay, well, I did hit.
Did hit.
I think. 20 to hit. And that's 3d8. For 13 points of damage.
Eh.
And I'm going to move up. And I'm going to use a bonus action to use Psychic Blade while flanking. $14. Wait, I will use Bardic Inspiration. Aha! I remember this time. D4, right? Connor?
I think it's
None.
D6.
No, D6.
Say it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to read.
15.
Ah, Jesus
On this
fucking
guy,
Christ.
unfortunately not.
Ripperonis. Well, he's flanked for you though.
The
Alec
woman
Wolf.
manages to dodge out the way from your psychic blade, even after suffering the ray of sickness, but having pretty easily passed it. With that being said, goes to Alec Cool, and now she is right in the path of the Mantis Claw.
Yep.
I can't use cutting words on a saving throw, can I?
I don't think so. Because the saving throws. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's only
Like on an enemy saving throw?
I would have to look up what it does exactly.
I'm assuming that
No,
hits.
it's an ability check, attack roll, or damage roll. It does not say saving throw.
26. He's a god.
And then sneak attack. Does 14 damage. And then I'm going to use my War Priest feature to attack again. Attack again with the Mantis Claw. Damage 11. That's 25 total damage to this one.
Nice. One
And
day,
that's it for me.
one day we're gonna see the Mantis Claw fate ability used.
Huh, I have too low of health to risk doing that right now, Kyle. I was going to, and I realized that if I fucked it up, I could die.
Right. This ritual is still standing, but beat up very, very badly. As it goes to Joseph Smook.
Hey, hey, hey! I'm gonna take a step. One right here. I'm gonna give Karakwa a little pat on the shoulder. I'm gonna be like, "Ayo, bruh."
Yo, does that
got
look like Karakwa to you?
That's not Karakwa. That's the other motherfucker that's really short. That's Reed.
Karakwa's a lizard person.
Karakwa went out
He's
scouting.
He's short. All right. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna give you a pat on the shoulder. That's 25 HP, my man.
It'll be real awkward when Karakwa goes back and says, "Yeah, the moon disappeared, but then it reappeared. I guess everything worked out."
Don't know what you guys are so worried about.
Yeah, exactly.
I flew up to check on the moon, and when I got there, it was already fine.
And then I walked back to my spot.
Okay.
And that was my action. So I mean, that's all I got.
Nice.
It goes to Aruna.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, I believe. Yes. We're doing some quick math, distance calculations. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be bad. I drop haste, and I'm going to polymorph Reed into a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes.
Trust. This
I see
is the
this
plan.
as an absolute win.
This is the plan. And then I'm gonna stay within 60 feet of Alacool. Because that's as far as I can get.
I mean, since he's casting something different, does that mean I no longer have haste on me, or?
Haste is dropped, and normally you'd be lethargic, unable to take actions, but I don't know if Polymorph overrides it, but you're gonna have like 135 HP. And not die, hopefully.
Polymorph is like wild shape. It changes your health tool, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then I'm as close to Alacool as I possibly can be.
It's gonna push everyone.
Yes. It's fine.
You'll
It's
just
fine.
have to use the generic face. I do have the Tyrannosaurus block, but I do not have a Tyrannosaurus 2.
Okay.
So then I guess I need to look up what a T-Rex can do.
You can just double click on your token. I've imported the stat block.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we're barely within level to do that. Trying to think.
Your HP is really good. Your armor class, not so much.
Yeah, but you'll survive a little longer, which is what I'm more concerned about.
But your damage is really good too.
Yeah, I guess I'll use my last 4th level column to cast that. Okay. Yeah, that's all I got, boss.
All right.
That's just rude.
It goes to the Ritualist. This one's going to run up. At the behest of the Ritualist, is going to make a attack against you with inflict wounds. That's bad roll. That's only an 8.
Thank God. Yeah.
This one is going to you know what? It's actually gonna take an opportunity attack from the Tyrannosaurus Rex just to get in close to Aruna.
Fuck.
Alright, I'm gonna swipe it with my tail.
Please, God.
So 17.
At least you hit it!
You do hit it.
Oh, just hit, okay.
It's fine.
Non-lethally.
Non-evilly.
Non-lethal T-Rex. Classic.
Remember, your intelligence is like minute. I'm not sure if you know not to non-lethally smash it.
Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, I've only got 2 intelligence right now.
So yeah,
You have override mine, right?
You know, you recognize friend
Like,
from.
true intelligence is like you only function on instinct.
Yeah, you know instinctually not to
Yeah.
kill us.
You-
That's about it.
Well, in that case,
you do not know not to use non-lethal damage at this point. It does indeed. Your mental scores are overtaken by the beasts.
all right,
Excellent.
I
in
did
that case,
check
I
polymorph.
guess I would actually use the bite attack, which can I still just use that roll because it is still a +10 to hit.
Sure, why not?
So 27,
Alright. Does take the damage.
and if the target is a medium or smaller creature, it is grappled with a escape DC of 17.
Alright. It gets grappled right about technically here. But as it tries to rush Aruna, however you manage to grab it in its jaws, so it will have to use its touch attack on you.
All right,
It's gonna be
I cannot bite another target until the grapple ends,
it's gonna be a 20,
and the target is restrained.
a 21.
Yo, fucking eat him.
That actually hits.
The T-Rex, it definitely hits for
It only has 13 armor.
below its last third level spell slot. Only 17 points of damage. Rolled real fucking low.
Oh no, I only have 99 hit points.
Alright. It's getting pretty beat up. As you're now tearing her to pieces.
If you don't eat this bitch, Lou, I don't know what to say to you, man.
Your first boob touch has been to an elf and not your girlfriend.
Yeah, we're gonna tell you that you cheated on her.
That's what you
Yep.
think.
Does it count as eating out if you eat all of it?
That's so fucking stupid. God damn
Oh,
it.
that's called eating in.
Lou, I sure hope you're into Vor because you're doing it now.
She moans with pleasure as you bite her.
I need
Oh, roll for
Lou,
Tyrannosaurus.
make a charisma saving throw.
I need Aruna to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 19, pretty good.
Alright, you managed to this one all the way up here at the ordering of this ritualist drops a sacred flame on you, but you managed to dodge out the way.
Okay. That's good.
This one, however, is out of range, does not have sacred flame, so it can only use its touch attack on Alec. Cool.
I'm gonna burn the last counter spell, 5th level.
Alright, you pew pew pew! As you counterspell to inflict wounds.
Alright, I'm spent, boys.
Good to know.
That goes to Ito.
Alright, the giant hooded figure is the T-Rex.
Is T-Rex Reed?
Can I walk between the legs of T-Rex Reed? Or do I have to go?
Isn't the rule that you can pass through an ally's space as long as you do not end your turn there?
Technically no. That's the rule I generally use, though.
Oh.
I can because I was a halfling.
I will say this ritualist is not technically like in Reed's jaws at this point.
You're gonna shapeshift back into Reed, and you're gonna fucking burp up her sternum.
Ew. Okay.
Oh, that didn't write out gay sex damage.
Alright, I'm gonna move here, and I will fire my crossbow at that ritualist up north. $22.
22 will hit the ritualist up north.
Man, I sure wish the damage thing came back. That was cool.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it, so.
No, yeah, we know.
I mean, I assume at some point it'll either because it's an add-on that does it, right? It's not the by default.
I believe so. Yes, I believe.
Yeah, so I assume the add-on will get updated eventually because I'm sure people have said something.
I should probably go into the add-ons and hit the update all button to make sure everything's up to date. All right, 5 points of damage.
That's it for me.
Blinking away. Goes to Angry Reed.
To intelligence read.
Well, in that case, I will use multi-attack. So the one that's in my jaws is going to get bitten again.
Is this the first time Reed's eaten pussy?
Wow. I just keep rolling low. I don't think...
That does not manage to hit, actually.
Alright. And then, since I have to attack the other one, we'll attack this one with the tail.
Oh, there might be a...
Jeez.
She's bare-chested. It's fine.
It's
There
a
you go.
13
There you go.
versus
You have advantage on attack roll against the restrained ritualist.
Oh, I do? Okay.
I hashtag believe.
You need it.
There we go, so
That's
21.
much better.
And I hit a 13 against this one.
That, however, does not even hit the low cultist.
Oh my god, my legs.
And 4d12. 38 to this one.
Close enough.
No.
You crunch down on this one and absolutely eviscerate it. Your T-Rex form sending blood sort of flying all over the landscape like some sort of great crimson rain that spills across you, Aruna.
You got blood on you, Tommy. Because Reed's a
Fucking
messy
sick.
eater. Reed's a messy eater.
Still things to eat here, so Tyrannosaur will not move.
That's fair.
Alright. Goes to Klaus. This one is not holding up very well either.
God damn it, I just read that, Klaus. Oh my god.
Nah. Alright, I'm gonna Psychic Blade. I'll start with a bonus action. Hopefully that'll work. No, it won't. Even with advantage. Alright, let's try it again with the main hand, boys. Convective cure ass cancer. There we go, a 19 there.
19 will hit. This one's
Thank
not
God.
holding up great.
Damn it. Stupid thing. Gotta do it manually. $18 damage, and that's with sneak attack.
Alright. The cultist turns, and as he says, "You walk in the darkness as well, brother. You can join us." As she says that, probably the only other person that could hear it is Alakul. You bury your blades into the heart of the cultist.
Before she expires, I'm gonna open up my hand. I'm gonna put the eye up against her eye.
I mean, Alakul sees that too.
Fuck it. These bitches did me dirty.
Put my dick in your eye so you can see where I'm coming from.
Roll a wisdom saving throw, Klaus.
Okay. Let's do it. $18.
Take 35 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
Let's see. I'll move here. Alright, as you press your eye against hers, a searing pain pierces throughout your head as you stagger backwards. Take 35 points of psychic damage. However, your mind is also filled with images. You can see this group of women lurking throughout the forest. They're lurking within the shadows of the night. Lumberjacks going about their business as one sort of wanders slightly away from the group as they are snatched and they are pulled away from the rest of the group, hoisted into trees that have these symbols of the full moon drawn upon them, and then their blood used to blot out that full moon, a ritual that has caused the moon of this area to just disappear. You hear a word in your head, the Gloom Sacrament, and you get a vision of a young and beautiful moon elf with purplish skin, sitting atop an altar, as fires around her burn almost a purplish hue that turns to a black, and they all standing around this chanted a language you don't know. But, you hear, one of the cultists, the ritualist that you just killed, looking over them say, the Gloom Sacrament has begun. May the Umbral King join the Moonlit King. And then all of a sudden it just blacks out as the pain is too much for you to bear.
You said Umbral King and who else?
The Umbral Queen joined the
Queen
Moonlit
and-
King.
Umbral Queen and Moonlit King.
Yes. And there you can see it looks like it's the same group of people that you're killing right now, the same sort of cultists.
Alright, did I only see one murder and ritualistic sacrifice?
You saw one sacrifice and one you're not so sure it's you saw one murder. The person being pulled up in the tree and then you being used on the to cover the runes. You do not see that this purple-skinned elf is killed.
She's a moon elf?
Do what? It looks like a moon elf.
Okay, so she's a moon elf sitting on an altar.
Yes. And then the damage is too severe.
Nice. Fucking sweet.
But it did deal a pretty significant
see-
portion of damage.
It's worth it though. I mean, this is fucking cool as shit. So, I saw a lumberjack got pulled away, him getting murdered, and with the spell being cast. Then I saw them mention the what'd you call it? The Umbral Sacrament.
Yes, the Umbral, or the Gloom Sacrament.
Gloom Sacrament, sorry.
I also need
And
you to
then
make
I
another.
saw,
I also need you to make another Wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
Or actually, no, Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 15.
Using the power of the eye, as you sort of awaken from that fog in the phase of stun, there is a powerful yearning, almost like an addiction, for more of that power. You cannot even explain it. Having used it, however, there is that power with it. There is a desire, just almost, it feels insatiable desire. You can barely resist it.
It's an itch.
There's an itch there always. And you now have the character flaw. You want to attune to the eyes of Vecna, because you know that it will only enhance those powers.
Nice.
You've resisted this first one, the desire to just rip it out your pack and do it. However, there's always going to be that nag, and it's going to get harder and harder to resist. And you know that it'll give you incredible power, but it also comes at incredible cost to attune to them.
Yep. Okay. So I'm just gonna make sure I have it all before we pop back. So, saw the murder, saw them mention the Room Sacrament, mentioned the Emerald Queen joining the Moonlit King, and I saw a vision of a moon elf sitting on an altar.
Yes.
And the altar wasn't on fire, was it?
It was not. It looked like it was made of some sort of dark stone.
Alright, that's the vision?
Alright, that's the vision. And like I said, you took a whole bunch of damage, but you saw something. Alright.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Alright.
Return. Alright.
So apparently Max had to go.
Well, nobody cares about Max. He's basically an empty seat. Although he did okay today. It goes to Alec Cool. So Nick can walk the dog.
Okay, so like, I got kind of confused. What the fuck just happened with Klaus?
Klaus just took his fucked up arm that had the eye of Vecna in it, slammed it into the eyes of the ritualist, and all of a sudden sat there stunned for a second.
Okay.
That's all you saw. As far as Alec Cool knows, that's all.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what did I just witness? To be very clear. Okay.
Something very fucking cool.
I mean,
ignore the Warcaster link though. That was just me and Nick.
I attack.
This dude's almost, yep. That's the only dude left up here.
Oh, hang on. I did have movement. Can I swing around so he has advantage? Do you mind? Can I do that? Yes, thank you.
Boy, I needed it. Well, maybe not. Probably did.
You do hit. The mighty mantis claw.
Why is my sneak attack thing showing there?
Sneak attack.
Alright.
That's some real BS that my sneak attacks keep being higher damage than my fucking regular attack.
Especially when you don't need it that badly, as the mantis claw pierces straight through the back of this cultist as she coughs a huge gout of blood in Klaus's face and keels over dead. Oh, no, I did not mean to add her to go to it. So much for taking prisoners, right?
Yeah, well, then they started inflict wounding us and hitting lightning bolts.
And I've been turned into a mindless monster.
I use my bonus action to dash, and I get over here. I can step on a corpse, right, and be here.
Say what?
I can step on the corpse of that person, right?
Yeah, you can run over him.
Okay, so I get here and give
Nice.
Give Aruna advantage in melee just in case. If not, it gives me advantage in melee if it happens to get all the way back to me.
That'd be fucking funny.
I mean, technically, Lou's base is touching it, it's surrounded, so. But yeah, alright, that's it for me.
I accidentally,
I'm assuming I'm good to go, so I'm gonna try and take the Zigster out.
Alright. After Alec, cool, it goes to old Joseph Smoke, eh?
Yeah, he left.
So he's going to run up to you, Aruna.
Nice.
He's going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Oh, what a nice guy.
I don't know if you're missing any damage, but that's just what he's gonna do.
I've been at half health, so.
Alright. You heal for 8.
Wow.
Plus
Invigoration.
his spellcasting mod, which is Charisma, so 4, 12.
Nice.
I think it's Charisma, let me see. No, he's a paladin, so it is 12. Same thing. 12 points of damage.
Nice.
This was supposed to be an easy combat.
Yeah, it hurt.
Alright. Goes to you, Aruna.
Can I use my gauntlet to non-lethally punch her the fuck out?
You can
Or
try. She's actually mostly okay on damage, so
Oh, that's not good.
she's not taking a lot of damage. Everyone else, yeah. Or no, she's okay. They don't seem inclined to just surrender.
Yeah, I see that. I'm just gonna see. It does 3d6. Also, what happens if she gets knocked backwards into Elikul? Does she just not move?
Theoretically, she's not supposed to move. A lot of times, I will let both it and Alakul take an extra d6 damage.
Interesting. Well, shit. Okay, that's fine. I'm not worried about the T-Rex, so I'll knock her into the T-Rex instead. Yes, I'll try to Arcane Brace her. That's the natural 20, Colin.
Alright, it does max damage.
So what, 18? It's 3d6.
And also the damage die when it gets pushed is technically maxed as well.
Okay.
Which would be how much?
6. Or the T-Rex. She doesn't technically move position, considering she can't be pushed, but she does slam into the T-Rex for 6 points damage, and the T-Rex takes 6 damage as well. The
Nice.
T-Rex mine's about 6 damage.
True. Yeah. Well, if she's gonna inflict wounds me and somehow kill me, it's her time to shine.
She will try to inflict wounds you. That was her orders from the ritual cultist, that she's going to make a... Only gonna be a 12, though.
Will not hit me.
They do not have good to hit. As she staggers backwards, she tries to reach out and touch you with inflict wounds, but at this point, it's only a losing battle. But her zeal keeps her up and running as it goes to Ito.
Okay. Apologies. Where is the remaining cultist?
The remaining cultist is here, the one without the skull.
There is. I have no remaining cultist there.
This one right here.
I'm telling you, it's an empty space.
And
You might need to reload then.
I might have to bounce my kids out.
That's okay. It should not last past another turn, so all you have to do is make the last attack, and then you can probably go.
Cool. And now my map's not even Oh, there it is. Or they have a shot. Oh wait, they're dead. So let's go here. Shoot them. It's a 27 hit. Looks like a crit.
It does hit. That's crit.
8.
It deals max damage, so that's 19.
Right. Well, hold on. My crossbow doesn't hit for 2d8.
Oh wait, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I hit critical hit, so it should be 11 damage.
Okay, that is not. Oh boy. Okay,
That's
you can go. As an arrow pierces through, a crossbow bolt pierces through, we're not going much farther past this fight. However, unfortunately, it also goes immediately to Tyrannosaurus Rex Reed.
Alright.
He's filled with the
So-
bloodlust.
Just a quick question.
You do
You
not
said
know
I'm
to use.
acting on instinct.
Say what?
Am I acting on my instinct as Reed, or
You were
the
acting
guy?
on the Tyrannosaurus's instinct of 2.
Okay. In which case, I'll bite.
Chomp.
I'll use my multi-attack and I'll bite the cultist. Jesus! Oh wait. 1 second. We get advantage. 18.
You gobble up this one and kill it, as you have managed to leave none of the cultists alive, technically.
We're gonna start at
Just
Alakul
bite him off
and
with his ankles.
rotate and clockwork around. See who gets the tail swipe.
Jesus.
Joseph Smoke.
He's actually doing it.
Let me see. I think.
Does a 19 hit Joseph Smoke? I mean, I'm supposed to apparently just be a rampaging Tyrannosaur right now. So really, I should have been
I mean, I like it.
rolling at whoever.
Yeah, it's a really hard spell not to metagame because of the intelligence score and stuff, to be
Yeah.
honest. Because, like,
So does a 19 hit Joseph Smoke? I can't see his armor class.
Does it hit Joseph Smoke? 19, no. He's in plate armor.
Alright.
However, you can drop the spell as a free action because it's just concentration.
yeah, heck with you, dude. Turning back to normal Reed, please.
Right. There you go. There's
Bet you
no
won't have to
Reed.
eat for 3 days.
Your
Alright.
stomach is now full of cultists.
What would Cora think? She might be turned on.
Pure, undiluted cultists.
Right.
The next few days are gonna be rough for you. He's gonna shit an entire
And say,
shit.
never do that to me again. Never.
Alright, the
Like, I'm not kidding. Reed would be kind of pissed about that.
The cultists now lie completely dead, and a couple of them absolutely torn to shreds at Reed's feet. Reed, you're like covered in blood at this point. Even though you revert back, there's you sort of stumble forward into the dead cultist's body and sort of get a bunch of blood all over your hands. It's pretty bad. Everyone in this general area, Aruna, Joseph Smoke, Out Cool, a little bit of Ito, you're just like peppered in blood spots. As Klaus comes down, is like, shit, what happened over here? The fire burns low, and yet all the cultists, despite your best efforts, have fought to the death. That being said, it's almost as if a darkness in the forest has lifted. You no longer feel like you're being turned around by the forest, or you no longer feel as if you're in some sort of twisting labyrinthine maze. Go ahead and everyone make a survival check.
I got a 14.
3.
Everybody rolling low.
I legitimately
You're
crit
just in
failed,
time for the survival check. Oh wait,
dude.
Nick, save us.
I think he's walking the dog. That being said,
No,
he
he's there.
just got back. He just doesn't have his headphones on yet.
go ahead. I got 25.
Oh, that's good.
Thank God
Good.
Nick saved us.
Good roll, Nick.
We all had a terrible survival check.
Thanks, dude.
Right. Overhead, every now and then you hear like the caw and hoot of an owl and a raven, and you almost feel drawn by them. As you sort of stagger through the forest, you're surprised, despite the fact that it seems like the magics of the forest have been significantly diminished. It's still a forest, and it's dark, and it's hard to find your way through them. You can't really look up and even see the moon, and you can't really see the lights of the town through all the tree trunks, but you are able to make your way back to the west, and it takes some time in the sort of glowing darkness around you. You have to move slowly, holding torches above your head for those that can't see in the darkness. The rest of you still, with dark seeing, every now and then getting tangled up in various brushes and brambles and vines that cling at your feet and your shins. It takes hours, surprisingly, to get the 6 miles out of the forest. And it's nearly sunrise whenever you emerge. Having found a good, thanks to your survival checks, found a good path through the forest, and also having a hoot and a caw that every now and then guides you. Well, as you emerge from the tree, Karakwa and Abigail swoop down. Karakwa as an owl, Abigail as a raven, and they transform. As Alec Cool says, "I seek the city that I seek."
Wait a second.
Wait a second. Alec Cool
That's
says,
a callback, I know.
"Me and Abigail were able to find you through the trees. Every now and then we hooted and cawed so you might go in the right direction of the town. As he said, we saw the moon reappear and thought that perhaps you had done something." I can't talk in Karakwa's voice, so you're kind of beaten up, bruised, but overall victorious, as just before the sun rises you can just make out the full moon in the sky, beginning to set below the horizon. And you know that, at the very least, while there are still troubles abound within the Empire, for the moment in this one little town, you have made a difference. We'll end right there.